This is high school football on iTalk 106.7, presented by Sholo Ford.
Opens up a huge hole and scores. Wow. Oh, brother. Right side, and it is caught at the 10. 5 touchdown. Barrett wants to throw, going deep to Tate. Fagoti on the coverage, and somehow Tate comes down with it. Oh, my.
Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 106.7 Radio. High school football is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountain, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school football.
Welcome to Sholo High School. Canvas Smith, Mike Side with Punt Cooley, and we'll ask Ashley to take the tie line out of audition. There we go. And punt. This game, huge game here tonight as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem. We see the troops there, the Sholo Cougar team there with flags, and getting set here to start this game off. The Sholo Cougars hosting tonight the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks. The Shamrocks are number 8 team in the state with a 8-2 record, but they are absolutely bigger and better than what their record or their ranking shows.
Well, you know, in years past, they've been playing in a different division. Of course, they move up this year to the 3A conference, facing the home team, number 1 seeded Sholo Cougars tonight. So Yuma Catholic, certainly you ask any coach across the state of Arizona, they'll give due respect to that school, regardless of its size. You know, they're a perennial favorite in whatever division they play in. They always produce great football players, very well-coached team. So we're certainly going to have a battle here tonight.
Well, time now for our key players of the game, and actually we're gonna take a moment here as the Sholo Cougars are honoring the fallen Officer Reed here tonight as part of their pregame activities here, and so we're gonna just take a moment here to take a look at what's happening on the field here. And as they get set to honor America here, now the Yuma Catholic players will also come out onto the field, and they will each be given a flag here as we get a chance. Our camera crew hopefully going to show the Yuma Catholic players here in just a second. And if we get a shot across the way, this pregame in part is to honor Officer Reed, Darren Reed of the Show Low Police Department, who was shot and killed earlier last week, or earlier this week, I should say, in an emotional week here at Show Low. The community is certainly saddened by the loss of Officer Reed, and then the funeral is planned for Monday, and so that's what we are. A somber moment, and a moment for both of these teams to not only honor America in honor of Veterans Day, but also our fallen Officer Darren Reed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome some of our veterans, law enforcement officials, and emergency responders from the Show Low local area.
So we will move now on our end to our keys to the game, brought to you by Ace Hardware, the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made for your home, the Ace Hardware, the White Mountains will come to you. Their mobile unit will come to you, and we invite you to contact them anytime you need a key made. And there we see the sign, in loving memory of Officer Reed here. Darren Reed, killed in the line of duty, as we mentioned earlier this week. And on the field now, you see the flags with the blue stripe. An emotional week for residents, and now you see police officers making their way out on the field. Tribute here at Show Low High School as the players here remembering the life of Officer Reed. Captains for tonight's game there in that previous shot by saw Dallin Tenney there at Reisdorf.
This weekend, we honor local veterans and thank them for their service to our country. We would also like to honor our local emergency responders this evening, who this past week have experienced tremendous loss in the force during their response to a threat to our community. Officer Darren Reed was killed in the line of duty Tuesday while responding to the call. We would like to honor, at this time, Officer Darren Reed and his family with a moment of silence. We express appreciation to all our veterans, emergency responders who protect our schools, communities, and nation. Thank you for all of your service, and may God bless you and your families. At this time, a few officers will join the captains in the coin toss, which will be followed by the play of our national anthem by the Show High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and attention, and thank you once again to all our veterans, first responders, and emergency contacts. You are heroes. Thank you.
And we see officers now responding to an actual call coming off of the field. They actually, in the process of this memorial here tonight, are getting called out to an actual call. You heard the radios go off there for a moment.
Thank you, guys. Okay, gentlemen, congratulations on being chosen as captains for tonight's game. Along with that honor comes some responsibilities, okay? We need you guys to make sure that you take care of your players. If anyone gets out of hand, you guys get to them before we have to. Same thing over here. You guys get to them before we have to. If you don't, we're going to have to do that. It'll have to be with the penalty flag. We don't want to do that tonight, okay? You guys are the visiting team, so you're going to get to call it. Heads, tails, tails, heads. What are you going to call?
Heads.
What did he call?
Heads.
And what is it?
Tails.
It's tails. So you guys have won. What do you want to do?
Receive.
You want to receive, okay?
Yes, sir.
So you guys are going to kick. Which direction do you want to kick?
We're going to kick that way.
Okay, so if you guys make a line over there, you guys make a line over here. Okay, Sholo has won the toss, and they've elected to receive on this end. Gentlemen, shake hands.
That's the referee, Kevin Grell, here tonight, head official for the game tonight with the coin toss. And Cougars will have the football to begin with. And we'll move now to our keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made for your home. Their mobile unit will come to you, and lots of players to talk about, but really three players that we want to highlight here quickly for the Sholo Cougars. One of those, of course, is quarterback Rhett Reisdorf, 169 of 285 for 2,646 yards on the season, 29 touchdowns, and thrown 17 interceptions, 59% completion ratio. And Reisdorf, we look to him to have a good game tonight as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem by the Sholo High School Band. Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Rhett Reisdorf, got to have a great game tonight. The senior quarterback is really one of the best quarterbacks in the state, and he has a chance to show it tonight against one of the best defenses in the state for 3A. They have 22 interceptions on the season, and they've got 49 sacks tonight. His mobility could help him out tonight. Also, though, he's got to make sure he takes care of the football and makes good decisions. Also, Jalen Barnes, running back for the Sholo Cougars tonight, Weston Kime, who's had limited production this season due to an ailing foot injury that has hurt him all season long. He's playing injured again tonight. 39 carries, 475 yards, an average of 12 yards per carry for Kime, and we expect him to have a big night as well. Wide receiver tonight, Jake Reedhead, 43 catches, 661 yards, and 8 touchdowns in just 9 games. Reedhead, a big factor here tonight. Hopefully can get Rhett Reisdorf can find him early and often in this one if the Cougars want to win.
Well, then going over to the Yuma Catholic side, you talked, Camden, about the defensive pressure, and a lot of that pressure comes from number 8, Daniel Callender, 6'5", 235-pound senior. This kid's got D1 prospects, South Dakota State and Illinois, both looking really hard at him as a potential recruit. Also, quarterback number 6, James Stover, 6 foot, 185-pound senior, coming in tonight, over 1,000 yards passing this season, 14 touchdowns with only 2 interceptions. So clearly, with a 66% percentage, he's a very accurate passer, and they will go to the air tonight. We can certainly expect that. And then the last big key player for Yuma Catholic tonight, number 24, James Barnes, also a senior, 5'7", 155 pounds. Their leading rusher, not big yards this season, 582 coming into tonight's game. But when you look at their roster of running backs, pretty evenly spaced among 4 or 5 runners here. Barnes, though, clearly the leading rusher, also one of the big receivers for quarterback Stover. So we could look for those two paired up tonight quite a bit as well, Camden.
All right, thanks, Punt. As we go downstairs and check in with Keegan Bjorn. And our injury report brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center with a fully staffed emergency department, advanced diagnostic department. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your team needs and your son or daughter needs to get back into the game. That's Summit Regional Medical Center. Keegan, what is the condition of the players here tonight?
So actually, we have a couple of banged up teams tonight, despite the high ranking and the state that they're in the quarterfinals. On the Sholo side tonight, everyone they said seems to be fine. Weston Kime, Jamie Webb, and like you said, all the other players. The only one we're concerned about is Jason Brown, still questionable, kind of a game time decision. We'll see how much playing time he gets tonight. On the Shamrock side, critical loss with Harrison Long, the middle linebacker, led the team in tackles, and Adam Castaneda will try to fill in for him tonight. Also, James Stover, the quarterback for the Shamrocks, has been battling an ACL tear since the beginning of the season, fighting through. Doesn't do a lot of running, limited opportunities for the Shamrocks, nevertheless having a great season. But both teams beat up Camden, but we'll see what each team has in store for tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Keegan. As we get set for the kickoff, we'll take a quick break. Back with the opening kick when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You think glass? Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Set for high school football here tonight. Round 2 of the 3A state championships. The Sholo Cougars hosting the Shamrocks of Yuma Catholic. And, Keegan highlighted those injuries tonight, and I think both teams played, but that loss of Harrison Long, Punt, has got to be a big one. Their middle linebacker, who's the team's leading tackler, and Harrison Long, the 6 foot, 205-pounder, tore an ACL last week, and he's gonna struggle, or he's out for tonight. The Yuma Catholic Shamrocks are going to have issues replacing him tonight. They're going to try to do that with Adam Castaneda, the senior, who has been playing outside linebacker. They'll move him to the middle, but he's playing with a broken kneecap.
James Turner and Cody Irwin back for Sholo. And the kickoff will go out of bounds with the penalty flag. That'll take Sholo to the 35 to start their first drive.
So Cougars starting out with decent field position here.
So those folks looking on the stream, once the camera gets on the defensive line, you'll see quickly the dominant size of number 8, Daniel Callender, 6'5", 235-pound defensive end. He's going to be the one putting the rush on Reisdorf tonight.
Part of those 49 sacks. Give to Keim here, and Keim across the 35. Gain of about 3 out to the 38. Pisano on the tackle for Yuma Catholic.
And Pisano coming over from a middle linebacker position, just slide down, waiting for the running back Keim to cut upfield. He's there to make the tackle.
Mentioned Dallin Callender, 49 sacks on the season for the team. Callender has 23 of those sacks, along with 26 hurries. Another statistic that this Shamrock team has.
Jake Reed had his belts undone, so he just came out.
Tony has had a really great year as far as tackles for loss, over 100 tackles for a loss, as they give to Keim again, and the Shamrocks are there. A loss of 1 on the play, back to the 37.
Well, that's just great defensive line discipline. Guys staying in their lanes. Callender in particular coming out for that DN position on that sprint draw play, reading it perfectly and coming in and cutting down Keim, actually behind the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down and 8. They send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Reisdorf in the gun with an empty backfield. Double slot set, Emoto in motion from right to left. They throw to Emoto, and Emoto makes the catch at the 40, turns it upfield, and gets to the 43-yard line, where he is dropped short of a 1st down. Johan Stokes on the tackle for Yuma Catholic.
Well, Yuma Catholic, you can see them bring everybody up to the line of scrimmage, full blitz that time, putting pressure on Reisdorf, forcing him really just to throw into the flat. So great defensive stand here by Yuma Catholic on the first Sholo drive.
Looks like the Cougars are going to go for it here on 4th down and 2. Yuma Catholic was set up for a punt return. They'll bring their defense back in, and we get a timeout called as Sholo wants to talk it over here.
Well, they got the wrong personnel on the field. You can see Weston Keim come running off late. Coach Reisdorf, not a happy camper here. He's going to bring his boys over and get things straight.
Well, we'll take one with them. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
After the timeout, it's a fumble. They give to Keim, and Keim is not going to get there. He dropped the football. And the yard to gain is the 45, and I think he is going to be just shy, and he is. Emoto, I think, actually on the carry there, and Yuma Catholic is going to take over on downs in Sholo territory. So the gamble does not pay off. Molina on the tackle, a fumble on the play, and Yuma Catholic will be the first, have their first possession with just a 44-yard field.
Well, that's a bold play by Coach Reisdorf on their first possession to go for it on 4th down on their side of the field. We'll see if Yuma Catholic can capitalize here.
Yuma Catholic starts James Stover at quarterback with a torn ACL. Fake the handoff to the sweep, hand it off to the running back, big hole, cuts it right side. He's going to go for a touchdown. Jalen Barnes on the opening play of the game gives the Shamrocks their first lead of the game.
Well, they run that trap play off on the left side. Great eyes, great balance by Barnes. He gets through the second level, makes a great cut to the middle of the field, and just beats the safety into the end zone.
44 yards on the play, and Sholo looked like they were asleep there. See the man come in motion here. They're going to fake the handoff there and hand it off here to Barnes. Barnes up the middle, great blocking, and goes untouched to the end zone, 44 yards. On for the point after try is Ramirez, and he puts it through, and it's 7-0 Shamrocks early here tonight. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation. 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
7-0 early in the contest here. The Shamrocks get the opening score as we take a look at Turner, who's back to receive for the Cougars. And after taking over on downs,
we got to play a whole hell of a lot better than that.
The Cougars,
that was one play,
struggling both on offense and defense in their opening series. Ramirez to kick for the Shamrocks, puts boot into it, runs it across the ground. Turner's going to have to turn and chase it back to the goal line, picks it up at about to the 5 to the 10, gets away from a tackle, but is going to be spun down at the 14-yard line where the Cougars will have a long field. Nate Smith on the tackle for the Shamrocks.
Well, I got to say, Sholo actually a big break for them. You know, Turner letting that ball get way back down towards the end zone. He picks it up and able to find a small window to run through. Looked like trouble from the moment he picked that up, but credit him for at least getting out to close to the 15.
Well, we knew the Shamrocks were going to be tough, but I don't think anybody expected that they'd go for a touchdown on their opening play. Brett Reisdorf in the gun, couple backs behind him. Split left and right. To throw, Reisdorf comes here towards Reedhead, near sideline, and a penalty marker comes in.
Well, that's due to contact between Reedhead and it looked like the safety for Yuma Catholic, Hayden Gerber. A lot of contact on that sideline. That's a timing route right at the first down marker. Reedhead not able to pull back towards the marker, and I think that's what the flag's going to be for. Pass interference against the Yuma Catholic team.
Still awaiting the official call here on the penalty.
Holding on the defense, number 24, 10 yards from the previous spot. One play results in a first down.
Actually, that's a corner, Jalen Barnes, number 24, that they'll call the penalty against.
So Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down as Red Reisdorf sets up at the Sholo Cougar 35. They give, or 25. Big hole for Reedhead, or Reisdorf rather. Reisdorf gets around the right side and is able to get across midfield and then gets forced out of bounds by Smith in Shamrock territory at the 40.
That's a great read by Reisdorf, really a read option, running off to the right. Level and just cut loose with that good speed of his. That's a big play for the Cougars. They need some offensive momentum, and they certainly can get it with that play.
Jamie Webb locked up with Callender that time and sealed him off to let Reisdorf get free. New look here for the Cougars. They show two backs. They give to Emoto, goes right side, 40, 35 to the 30, and he'll be inside the 30. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down if it stands. But this is going to be a hold call against the Sholo Cougars here, and this one's coming back.
Looks like Jacob Mills tried to get a block out on that edge to allow Emoto to turn upfield.
On the offense, number 51, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
And again, Jacob Mills, number 51, the offensive tackle. Again, he's pulling out, trying to get a moto space out off that edge. And unfortunately, he just gets the holding call, so it'll set Sholo back, but it's still first down.
So Reisdorf will send out 4 receivers, single back in the backfield. They give right side to Amoto, and Amoto takes it off tackle, turns it upfield, gets across the midfield mark, and has about 4 yards out to the 48. At the 47 of the Shamrocks.
Those are tough yards for Amoto, running up against that big defensive front for the Yuma Catholic team, along with number 22, Nate Smith, from his safety position, coming up really strong and making a big hit on that tackle.
Hand to Amoto, no, keeper. And Reisdorf trying to go up the middle, lost the football, and the Shamrocks say they have it. Yuma Catholic saying they have it. Officials have yet to signal.
Well, you could see them stand up Reisdorf in that second level and pop the ball loose. But I'm not sure what they're calling here. I guess Sholo, looks like Sholo will retain possession of the football.
See the handoff here to Amoto. No, it's the fake, and there's Reisdorf. And Reisdorf lost the football there. It falls down, and so they must have blown the whistle. So a break for the Cougars here. 3rd down and 12 from the 42. Shamrock 42-yard line, 3rd down for the Cougars. Reisdorf in trouble, spins out of a tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Oscar Ochoa was there, but Reisdorf got away, but he got enough of him that he was able to spin out of the way. Let's check downstairs and go in, check it with Keegan Bjorn. Keegan?
Hey, Camden, so we got Daniel Callender of the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks, has a couple D1 scholarship offers, actually maybe only one. Just saying he has been really doing his part, even though he didn't make the play that time, making his containment. Just thought I'd point out the accomplishments of this young man, but back up to you, Camden.
All right, thanks, Keegan. And we get to kind of see him there in the background of that shot there. 6'5", 235, big kid. Reisdorf to throw on 4th down. Cougars going to go for it. From the Shamrock 42, Reisdorf buying some time on the left side, finds a man, it is caught. And it is Gardnier who's hit at the 30 and has a 1st down as he falls forward to the 29.
Hey, you got to credit not only Reisdorf for being elusive in that pocket, which extended from the middle all the way to the sideline, but give credit to his offensive linemen. They didn't have much to work with it, but they stayed with him and gave him just the time he needed to, and you know, against some really great defensive pass coverage by the Shamrocks. But all the props go to Reisdorf, one, for being elusive, and then having that O-line just follow him around in that pocket.
Well, and then the catch, Gardnier able to get that 1st down, stretches out and gets the 1st down. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down for the Cougars. Give to Weston Kine, sweeping left side, gets away from the DN and is going to be pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, there's a flag.
And that was late.
That was
Fasano
way late.
Comes over and puts a shoulder to him after he had stepped out of bounds. Weston Kime, who averages 12 yards per carry, getting a big carry here for the Cougars.
Well, credit Kime for turning that corner against that big defensive end, Daniel Callender. Good speed by Kime to get outside and then turn upfield. But there will be a penalty here against the Shamrocks for that late hit at the sideline. So Sholo, with the penalty and the nice run by Kime, they're going to be in scoring position here.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, gets the defense. Half the distance to the goal line, 1st down.
Oh, it's just the box. We're good.
7-0 Shamrocks here with 6.5 left to play in the 1st quarter. But that hold, or that late hit call, is going to give the Cougars a 1st and goal inside the 10. At the 8-yard line, Sholo has a great opportunity here against this Shamrock defense. Couple of breaks on this drive and then taking advantage of a couple of mistakes by the Shamrocks.
Well, this is where the battle in the trenches up front on that line of scrimmage is going to make a big difference for either team that can get leverage, and we'll see what the Cougars can do here offensively against a much larger defensive front from the Shamrocks.
See the officials determining where that ball goes. Actually, it is not going to be 1st and goal. The ball's going to be set at the 11 where it's 1st and 10. So the Cougars can get a first down here as the officials move the ball back out to the 11-yard line. They fake to Kime. Reisdorf keeps, goes up the middle, and gets inside the 5. Will be close to a first down at the 2-yard line.
So they fake that speed sweep motion out to the left, and Reisdorf just keeps it and finds that seam again. We saw him earlier get a big run for a big first down to start this drive, running it this time off the left side and taking down close to a first down.
Well, it appears that the Cougar game plan tonight is to run the football, as they have been heavy run on this first opening drive, and Amoto takes it off guard right side and scores it for the Cougars.
And again, that's Amoto just following his big uglies into the end zone. Those guys doing a great job setting the wedge. Good line push at the line of scrimmage by that Sholo line.
Tremendous drive for Sholo. This one started all the way back inside the 20-yard line, inside their 20. $86-yard drive here for Sholo, capped off by the 2-yard carry by Emoto. Gardnier's point after try is no good. Oh, brother. Wide to the left, I believe. We'll step away. It's 7-6 Shamrocks with 5:45 left to play first quarter. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. So the Cougars failed to put the point after try up, but have cut the lead to a single point, 7-6. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them as Gardnier gets set to kick here. Tees it up at the Sholo Cougar 40.
Talk to a damn one technique. Tell his ass to fall.
And Gardnier, nice high kick. Fielded at the 4-yard line by Henderson. Takes it towards the far side and will be cut down at the 12-yard line.
Well,
Cody Irwin on the tackle.
You beat me to it, Camden. Cody Irwin, number 36, doing a great job. Just staying in his lane, and then once he sees that runner commit to his side, just great pursuit angle, good speed. With an awesome open field tackle, sets Yuma Catholic back to their 11 to start their second drive.
5:39 remains in the first quarter. Yuma Catholic had the opening possession, took over at the Cougar 44-yard line, and in one play scored. This is only their second play of the game here. Stover in the gun, 2 backs flanking him left to right. Give to Barnes. Barnes carries off tackle right side, and he has about 9 on the carry. Jacob Mills on the tackle along with Weston Kime. As Barnes gets it across the 15, he'll be knocked out. They'll mark him back at the 17-yard line here.
Well, you can see why Jalen Barnes is their leading rusher. Just great, great awareness of where the hole is. Makes a quick cut upfield, and even after he gets through that line of scrimmage, just good downhill runner. Takes on the linebackers.
We've got a scoring update for you. We'll get to that in just a second here as Yuma Catholic Sends two receivers, one right, one to the left. Stover takes the snap and hands to Castaneda, and Castaneda is going to be short after a short gain. Jason Brown in on the stop for the Cougars. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Royce Kincannon in this scoring update. Royce?
He's doing it.
All right, we'll have to check in with Royce in a moment. Not sure if he's set yet or not. Got some scoring updates that we'll get to here in just a second. Handoff right side to Barnes. Barnes going to be stacked up by Kime and then snowed under by a host of Cougar players on 3rd down and 2. Dallin Tenney in on the stop as well. And no gain on the play. It brings up 4th down.
Well, if there was any question about whether or not Jason Brown would be able to produce tonight, I think he's answering that question clearly. Just on these last 2 plays, showing great movement. He may not have the quickness and speed he's used to, but he's filling those inside gaps perfectly for the Cougars tonight.
Getting set to punt. We'll have camera 2 pan back so we can see the punter. There we go. And Rhett Reisdorf is back to return the punt for the Cougars. He calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 40-yard line. A short catch. Turner, the sophomore, has struggled a little bit this season with muffed punts, and so we see Rhett Reisdorf back there taking this punt here and sets the Cougars up with a 40-yard field. Reisdorf brings the play in from the sideline. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left to play first quarter. The Sholo Cougars are up, or down rather, 7-6, down by a point. 2 receivers to the right, they hand to Kime, and Kime pushes the pile forward, and Haig drags a tackler with him across the 35 and is knocked down at the 33-yard line. Richard Molina on the stop for Yuma Catholic.
That's just great effort by Kime. You know, he has good line surge up front to allow him to get through the line of scrimmage, but then after that, it's all him just taking on tacklers and keeping those feet moving, running downhill. Just great effort by Kime.
And the hand to Kime. Kime trying to get it off that left edge. This time he's going to be tackled for a loss on the play back to the 34-yard line.
Looked like Jason Pisano along with Castaneda in on that tackle for the Shamrocks. And as you say, Cam, just a good job by really that whole defensive unit, just sliding down the line of scrimmage, taking on blockers and not allowing any holes to open up at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, mismatch, baby. Come on, gang.
2:08 left to play first quarter. On 3rd down and 4, open, wide open, Emoto. Reisdorf hits him in the hands and he drops it at the 26-yard line. Would have been a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, but now the Cougars have to make a decision.
Well, that's just the case of Chris Emoto, great athlete, one of the best receivers for Sholo this year in terms of production. He's just too eager to run upfield, doesn't keep his eyes on the ball, doesn't pull it in, but otherwise a great pass by Reisdorf, put it right on the numbers.
So 4th down and 4. At the 34-yard line. Sholo going to go for it. Reisdorf single back in the backfield is Kime. And we get timeout called. Their second of the night here.
Timeout. Sholo, their second of the half.
We'll take it. It's 2:04 left first quarter, 7-6 ball game in favor of the Shamrocks. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, lit to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Show Low High School. It's the Show Low Cougars trailing 7-6. And we'll wait to get our radio back here. Not sure if we're back on the radio station side or not. Maybe Ashley can tell me. And Reisdorf sets up the screen, but the Shamrocks are right there, and they're going to knock him down. The throw to Emoto, and they're going to be well short of a first down as they lose about 8 or 10 yards on the play. Emoto on the reception, but it is sniffed out immediately. Castaneda was the first one there for Yuma Catholic. Castaneda coming from his outside linebacker position, reads it and comes and closes quickly.
Great play by Castaneda, good discipline, staying home, reading that screen the whole way. So a big turnaround here for Yuma Catholic to see what they can do on offense.
So another turnover on downs, this time at the Shamrock 43. They give it right side to Gerber, and Gerber bounces off a tackle. Jason Brown finally brings him down after a gain of 2.
James, hey, tell James go tight first and then walk off.
Looked like Gerber might have space out on that edge after he takes the handoff and cuts outside, but credit that Show Low defense. Great recovery by the outside linebacker in that D end to make the tackle.
It'll actually be 2nd down and 9 here from the 44 of the Shamrocks. Stover empty backfield, sets up a middle screen, batted down.
That looked like number 51, Jacob Mills, 5'11", 215-pound senior on the rush. Gets his hands up and knocks that pass down. So it's going to put Yuma Catholic here 3rd and 9. You know, we've seen Yuma Catholic prefer to go to the run for the most part so far in this football game. We'll see what they do here with 3rd and 9.
I think Dylan Gabbard may have got a hand on that first punt. Looking at that last replay, the 5'10", 190-pound junior who leads the Cougars in sacks with 6 on the season, I think got a hand on it. Quick pass right side on 3rd down and 9, and it's incomplete. And so 4th down here, John Henderson, the intended receiver. Turner on the coverage for the Cougars.
Yeah, and you can't fault the pass of James Stover. He puts it, Henderson has to lay out for it, but still it hit his hands, and it's kind of a timing route to get to the 1st down marker, but Henderson just not able to pull it in.
Okay, we're set to punt here, and see if camera 2 can scoot back a little bit on the shot so we can see the punter in the shot. And gets off a good one. Reisdorf's going to fair catch it at the 22. And I think
coming down the field.
I'd be surprised if Reisdorf does anything but fair catch punts tonight.
You know, I was going to say the same thing, Camden. Obviously the starting quarterback for Show Low, and to have him run, especially when you have the momentum of a defender with the full field ahead of them and the momentum they can generate running downfield, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Coach Reisdorf is just having him fair catch everything.
There's the snap. Rolling right, Reisdorf to throw. Has a man, it's Emoto. It's caught at the 24. He turns it upfield and gets horse collared down. And looks like he's slow to get up. Emoto has struggled with the hamstring, but no, he's okay. They were just trying to fix his shoulder pad there. I thought for a moment that he may be hurt again, but the chance to see this pass play one more time. Emoto gets a step on his defender, and really tough to be taken down there. 2nd down and 4. And Reisdorf going to keep again and slips the tackle out to the 35. And Reisdorf proving to be a pretty elusive runner here tonight.
Well, they're running that play action. They have the dive back going up the middle, and Reisdorf, all he's doing is reading that defensive end, number 8, Daniel Callender. Callender goes out with the back, Keim in this case, so Reisdorf doing the smart thing, reading that DN moving out. He just cuts straight up field, finds a few yards on that carry, and that's probably the 4th time we've seen him run that play for the Cougars tonight. It's been pretty effective play for them.
5 carries tonight for Reisdorf and 63 yards already. As they're going to, they just do get this off just before the end of the 1st quarter. Throw to Reedhead, it's caught at the 40. He turns it upfield, gets to the 43 as Barnes grabs his jersey and drags him down. And that's going to end the 1st quarter of play. We'll take a break. Back with quarter number 2 when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Here's your intro.
Welcome back to Sholo High School, and the Sholo Cougars with a 7-6 deficit here, but have the football, been moving the ball fairly well. As
make sure if we're an express.
Thought for a moment we had time to go back to the studio, but we'll keep it here for just a second.
Well, Yuma Catholic has been in that 4-3 defensive set all night. Occasionally we'll see them move their defensive ends out, anticipating Sholo trying to get outside, but they've also been blitzing pretty regularly as well.
Reisdorf hands to Keim. He has a hole to the 50, to the 40. He'll be upended inside the 35-yard line, and we get a penalty marker that's thrown on the far side. And this could be a sideline warning against the Cougars, or a sideline infraction.
It was on you and probably.
And
does it go back?
It's good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down. Sideline infraction should be enforced after the play.
Sideline warning against Sholo. No penalty on this. Next time it'll be a 5-yard penalty.
That's not. No, they're in black coaching uniform.
And
well, we talked about Keim being one of those players for Sholo tonight. He has been struggling with injuries, but you certainly couldn't see it on that play. A great run by him, and really a touchdown saving tackle by number 3 Derek Barnes, coming over from his safety position on that sideline, and a shoestring tackle at that.
Reisdorf, 2 men split behind him. They give to Keim, who tries to get around the left side, turns it up inside at the 34 and gets to the 30-yard line. Oscar Ochoa on the tackle for Yuma Catholic. A gain of about 3 or 4. And let's go back to the studio and check in with Royce Kincannon in this scoring update. Royce?
Hey, thanks. We've got scores from around Division II and Division III today. Vinson, 13, Pima 6. Round Valley, 19, Paradise Honors 0. Thatcher, 16, Phoenix Christian 0. Sabino, 7, Winslow 0. Northwest Christian 7, Payson 0. And your score here tonight, 7-6 in favor of Yuma Catholic. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Royce. As we get a throw downfield here towards Emoto, but it's overthrown, and Emoto coming up limping here. Really?
Again, you can see Reisdorf, you know, the Shamrocks have been doing a good job of pushing him out of the pocket all night long. Good elusiveness by Reisdorf and ultimately able to get that pass off, but just not finding any good, clean, open targets downfield. That Yuma Catholic secondary just doing an outstanding job so far in this football game.
Reisdorf just throwing that one away as we get a great shot from our crew here at Show Low High School tonight. Part of our White Mountain Youth production team that is bringing you the sights and sounds of tonight's contest. Also some Snowflake students here as well.
Well, the Shamrocks bringing all their backers up.
Reisdorf, quick throw, and it's to Amoto, and it's picked off. Amoto juggled it, it's picked off. Coming up the near sideline, 45 to the 50, and stepping out of bounds is the Yuma Catholic
Derek Barnes.
running wide receiver, Derek Barnes, and free safety. The 5'11", 150-pound junior, Derek Barnes, gets the interception. That's the 30th interception of the season as Amoto just couldn't hang on to it there.
Well, that interception is not due to Reisdorf in his passing. That was pinpoint. Amoto just trying to turn around to catch it, and it ends up going off his knee, actually, and bounces right into the arms of Barnes. But again, a turnover nonetheless, and really putting Sholo in a tight spot here. They had some momentum offensively. Now they got to bring their defensive team back on. This is a big place for them to make a defensive stand.
Opening paragraph of the second. The Shamrocks have the football at the Cougar 46-yard line. 1st and 10. And to throw, Stover has his man. It is caught at the 23-yard line, and up the middle, John Henderson is going to score it for the Shamrocks. 46 yards on the pitch and catch, and carry to the house.
And that's one of Stover's favorite receivers for the year. Henderson just doing a great job on that inside post route, beating his coverage, and a perfectly placed pass by Stover hits him in stride. So again, great execution offensively for Yuma on that play for their second touchdown of the night.
And what a great pass. We talked about Stover and playing with a torn ACL tonight. Point after try is up, and it is good. Shamrocks lead 14-6. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zip Line Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
In Show Low.
Take a look at a replay of that last play there, the touchdown throw from Stover to John Henderson. And watch Stover, just as he gets rid of the football and he dumps it, he just goes down quickly. You can tell he's trying to favor that knee as you see him just dive down after making the reception or making the pass, and it's a perfect pass over the middle.
Yeah, he throws a rope right to the receiver. Good pass.
14-6 in favor of the Shamrocks. And Shamrocks will kick off to the Cougars. Turner from the 5, up the middle, has a hole to the 25, to the 435, to midfield. He's got one man to get away from and going to catch him from behind. Turner gets to the 30-yard line, but Zeke Rills makes a touchdown-saving tackle, and that in the running for our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. And watch Turner just turn on the Jets here. There he's out at the 15, and Turner just right up the middle. What an effort, though, coming all the way from the other side to make that tackle. Let's check in with Keegan Bjorn. Keegan?
Hey, Camden, I got an injury report for you. Jason Brown, actually, tonight, I think the first time he may have been in on offense. Playing defense, can't spare him there, but they are limiting his time. Right now, though, in on offense to see if they can get an extra blocker.
All right, thanks, Keegan, as they give to Keim here. He gets to the 20-yard line. It will be hit by Callender and drug backwards. I believe he has forward progress to the 19.
And again, Sholo on that play, obviously just not finding the seams that they've been finding up front on the line of scrimmage. You know, on the read option in particular, we've seen Reisdorf be able to cut upfield, but these backs, when they try to pound inside, that big defensive front for the Shamrocks, just building a wall along with their linebackers, doing a great job of sealing gaps up front.
And here's the handoff to Kime, and Kime going to be hit in the backfield. And Barnes and Callender are there for the Shamrocks.
And again, that's read option. This time Reisdorf handing it off to Kime. But with the defensive end sliding out, number 8, Daniel Callender, and then the cornerback also coming up really hard, Jalen Barnes. That play had no chance from the get-go.
So football at the 27-yard line, we'll call it. Reisdorf takes the snap, play action, throws over the middle, and it's almost picked off.
Yeah, there was contact between the receiver, number 15, and 3.
That's
Derek Barnes. You can see him bump. If we get the replay, he bumps Amoto before the ball even gets there.
Like the Cougars, play calling tonight's been pretty spot on. 4th down and 15. All at 4th and 16. And Reisdorf to throw, and he throws it right in the hands of number 21 for the interception. It is Julian Aitken, the 5'11", 185-pound senior, who comes up with the interception.
It looked like number 1, where am I? Jake Reedhead pulls up a little bit as that pass. You could see Reisdorf lead him into the end zone. And Reedhead, well, there's some contact. That's what held him up. But great defensive recovery by the DB to pull that in for the interception.
So the Shamrocks at the 20. 80-yard field for them after the second interception thrown tonight by Reisdorf. Came into the contest with 7 on the season. Has thrown 2 here tonight to this very stingy defense of the Shamrocks, who came into this contest with 22 interceptions. They now have 24 interceptions on the season.
False start on the offense. 5 yards, still first down.
Well, and we're seeing some contact in that secondary, especially on these last 2 pass plays by Sholo. I guess it would depend on, you know, which team you're rooting for, whether you feel it's pass interference or not. But from our vantage point, clearly some contact between the receivers and the DBs.
See a shot of Stover there, the quarterback, with that leg just heavily taped here tonight. Want to mention tonight's contest brought to you in part by Black Diamond Auto Glass. Best place to get your windshield replaced is Black Diamond Auto Glass. Stover to throw, pump fakes, now throws, has a man, it's caught at the 24. Reception is made by Sandoval. Blake Sandoval takes it across the 25. And Jamie Webb and
Cody Irwin,
yes.
On the assist. But Jamie Webb, that's a linebacker coming outside to pick up that receiver. Doing a good job staying with him, but again, not until after Yuma Catholic able to get a nice gain on that pass play.
Wide receiver to the far side of the set. 2 receivers here come to the near sideline for Yuma Catholic. Stover sets up in the gun with just a single back flanking him to his left. On 2nd and 4, throws across the middle. It is caught for a first down at the 31-yard line by Pisano. Jason Brown on the tackle for Sholo.
You know, you can't ask a quarterback to place a pass any much better than what Stover just did there. He had such a tight window. Jason Brown on the coverage, step for step with that receiver, but credit James Stover, just a bullet of a pass, perfectly placed for the completion.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Shamrocks. I want to remind you tonight's contest brought to you in part by Subway. Eat fresh at Subway restaurants. Get their 6-inch sub for $3.50 at Subway restaurants. Participations may vary. Additional charge for extras and deluxe. Participation may vary.
Adam Castaneda on that carry, and as soon as he hits the line of scrimmage, he stood up by Mills with a big hit along with a couple of his teammates. So a good defensive stand by that front for the Show Low Cougars.
Clock approaching the 7-minute mark of this first half. And the Show Low Cougars down 14-6, down by a touchdown here, and Shamrocks with the football at their own 32 with a 2nd down and 9. Stover to throw, and he has his man caught at the 35. Adrian Medina on the reception. Cody Irwin on the tackle for the Cougars, knocks him down at the 37.
That's just a little combination route. You have the inside guy doing deep for the Shamrocks, clears out that short zone with the other receiver cutting in underneath, and just a perfectly paced pass again by Stover to find his receiver.
And that's the 4th different receiver tonight that Stover has made a connection with. 3rd down and 4 from the Shamrock 37. Stover looks to throw, goes deep right side, and it's incomplete, threw it out of bounds as it was.
Yeah, that ball was uncatchable. There's a big collision between number 21.
That's Aiken,
and then the defensive player, who's that? Cody Irwin. They collide out of bounds, but that is not a catchable ball, so we'll not see a flag there.
I think Stover just decided to throw that one away. And I think that's the downside. Stover playing with that torn ACL, and so, you know, he's not going to sit in the pocket and risk getting hit. 4th down and about 4. And they're going to punt this one away. We'll try to get our back to punt here for Shamrock. The Shamrocks is Aiken. He stands at his 25-yard line, and they fake it. Swooping to the left side and has a 1st down midfield. That's Henderson, and Henderson is going to be knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line of the Cougars.
That's a big play for the Shamrocks, clearly getting the 1st down, not only getting the 1st down, but moving way down the field deep into Show Low territory. Looked like number 50 for Show Low, Jamie Webb. Jamie Webb might have a shot at him out on the edge, but the speed there, just able to beat him outside and turn upfield. So again, a huge play here for the Shamrocks.
6:01 left to play before half. Shamrocks convert on the, get the 1st down. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down for the Shamrocks. And from the 31-yard line, looking to throw, and it is caught by Henderson. Stover to Henderson, caught at the 24-yard line. He carries to the 21, close to another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down.
Just a slant route by Henderson. Cody Irwin, 36, obviously coming up to make the tackle, but he's giving Henderson a lot of room in that short field on that slant route. Henderson wide open.
And the refs will get together and talk this over. They had originally signaled that this was a 1st down. They were set to move the chains, but the officials are at the 27-yard line talking it over, and now they say 1st down. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down for the Shamrocks, right at the 21-yard line. 14-6 in favor of the Shamrocks. They've got the football at the Cougar 21 with a fresh set of downs. Give to Gerber, and Gerber, it's going to be hit by Webb. Spins him down just shy of the 10-yard line. At about the 14. They're going to mark it at the 14.
That's a nice play call by the Shamrocks. They do the draw play there with the motion outside. But also got to credit 50, Jamie Webb, coming up with a nice form tackle at that 2nd level.
Don't forget, after the game, head to the Native Grill and Wings, best place for pizza and burgers on the mountain. That's the Native Grill and Wings on the west end of the Deuce. And they give to Castaneda. He goes off tackle left side, has a first down and more across the 10-yard line to about the 9. No, they'll mark him down at the 10-yard line. Weston Kime on the tackle for the Cougars. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the 10. And they will have enough to get a first down here by about an inch or two. Four minutes and 40 seconds remains in the half. And they got the pitch here to Barnes, and Barnes out across the 10, across the 5, and down at about the 4-yard line. Jason Brown in on the stop, and in the game now, Nolan Williams, the 6'6", 400-pound junior, is helping out there on the line.
Well, they have him in an up back position. Obviously not a speedy guy, but they're just trying to build a wall with his frame. Probably the equivalent of 2 high school players.
6'6", 400 pounds, Nolan Williams. Will line up on the left side of the line this time as they go heavy left this time. And we get whistles.
Timeout, Yuma.
Timeout called by Yuma. We'll take a timeout with them. It's 3:50 remaining in the half. Shamrocks up 14-6. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
You can tell me during the game. Welcome back to Sholo High School. The Sholo Cougars down 14-6 with 3:50 left to play here in the second quarter. And they're going to hand off right side to Barnes. Barnes hitting the backfield, going to be stacked up and pushed backwards at the 5-yard line, and his forward progress was stopped, they say, at the 3. Amoto, Kime, Brown,
Cody Myers as
Cody
well.
Irwin also in on that.
Just good team defense by the Cougars, and we can hear the collisions from way up here, Camden. This is a very physical football game. Both teams lining up and just battling up front.
And our hit there in the running for our Demers Glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Demers Glass and Lakeside. Hands down the best place to call for quality glass at affordable prices. Demers Glass, 1-888-GLASSMAN. And penalty markers thrown again.
Dead ball, delay game, offense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
So that changes things. So now 3rd down and goal from the 8. Well, yeah, 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. 14-6, 2:56 left to play here before half. Single receiver to the left side of the formation. Single receiver to the right. Tight end lined up on the right side. 2 men split. Right next to Stover, who's in the gun. He throws inside. It's almost picked off as Rhett Reisdorf had a shot at that one and dropped it.
James Turner also cutting underneath. Reisdorf over the top on the coverage. You can see the combo here. Reisdorf jumps up, but just not able to make the reception. So a big defensive play here for the Sholo Cougars. No, they're going to send their field goal team out.
We cut that replay off just a little bit early, but a break here for the Shamrocks as the place will be at the 15. It'll be a 25-yard field goal attempt by Ramirez, and Ramirez splits the uprights from the right hash, and the Shamrocks lead 17-6. And I believe we have a scoring update for you. We'll check with our in-studio producer Ashley Harley, and let's go back to the studio and check in with Royce Kincannon and this scoring update. Royce.
We've got scores from Division 1, 2, and 3 today. Right now, Baghdad is beating Williams 16-6. Round Valley's 19. Paradise Honors 0. Thatcher 31. Phoenix Christian 0. We have Benson 19 and Pima 12. Santa Cruz Valley 22. Scottsdale Christian 7. Sabino 21. Winslow 0. Northwest Christian 14, Payson 3 at halftime. And your score here, 17-6, Yuma Catholic over Sholo. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Royce, as with 2:48 left to play here in this half, 17-6, as Royce mentioned here. The Shamrocks over the Sholo Cougars. A short kick by Ramirez, fielded by Turner at the 20 to the 30, going to be hit at the 35 and knocked backwards to the 33-yard line. They'll mark him near the 34.
That's Jason Pisano coming up with the tackle. The difference on this kickoff from the previous kickoff where Turner was able to blow through. Good lane discipline this time by the Shamrocks, staying in their lanes and just closing things up front.
Well, Sholo struggling here tonight against the Shamrocks early in this contest. Have thrown a couple of interceptions that have hurt them. They've missed a point after try. They've been able to move the football, though, and Reisdorf here keeps around the right side, gets out across the 40. They'll mark him actually at the 40-yard line as Johan Stokes is credited with the tackle.
And Stokes from a safety or corner position coming up to make the tackle on Reisdorf.
Reisdorf looks to throw, comes to the near side, going to be chased. Gets away from one, gets away from two, now throws, and it's incomplete as it looked like Turner, no, excuse me, that's Reedhead, who was coming back for the ball. And it looks like Reisdorf was trying to throw it deep. But watch Reisdorf here get away from the tackle.
That's just great work by Reisdorf. You know, he could have easily gone down either right here or just kind of quit on the play. Instead, he looks downfield, kills the play, kills the clock, but just great effort against strong defensive pressure. We talked about that at the top of the game, Camden. Something to look for from the Shamrock defense is a lot of pressure, and they certainly delivered on that. Reisdorf, I don't think yet has thrown from a pocket. He's had to leave the pocket.
Hit out of bounds on the defense, number 8, 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Hit out of bounds.
So I didn't even see that marker down, but they have a late hit called and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down with 2:14 left to play in the half. Cougars on the move, get a fresh set of downs at the Shamrock 45. Throw and caught at the 38-yard line. The reception is made by Clark.
Keegan Clark on the reception. He just beats the corner that time, number 24 for the Shamrocks, Jalen Barnes. Cuts that route short. Great timing right between him and Reisdorf. You can see Clark coming out of his slot position here, beating the corner.
Keegan Clark, the 5'10", 160-pound freshman for the Cougars. Gets a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the Shamrock 34-yard line. Brett Reisdorf with some time, gets away from the rush. Now steps up, throws down the middle, and open. It's Reedhead. Reedhead makes the catch and scores it. 35 yards in the air to Jake Reedhead. The 5'11", 165-pound junior has a Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown for the Cougars, but a penalty marker is down, and we'll see if we can pick up where the penalty was.
And that's Reedhead beating his coverage man, Julian Aiken. You can see him just beat him deep here. Great speed by Reedhead. Great pass by Reisdorf.
Reisdorf getting got away from Callender that time again. That one in the running for our Beeler Orthodontics straight line drive of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile. Love your smile.
Being forced on the kickoff. Touchdown.
So holding on Jalen Barnes that time. Defensive holding, and you heard the official there say that they'll enforce it on the kickoff. Tonight's head official is Kevin Grell. And the Cougars going to go for 2. Hand to Emoto, and Emoto in for the 2-point conversion. And we are tied at, 17-14. Cougars down by a field goal. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
35-yard pass for the Sholo Cougars.
Second half. I'm serious.
And Jake Reedhead, who had 8 touchdowns coming into the contest, gets another one here on a 35-yard pass reception from Rhett Reisdorf.
I think we're good.
What are we doing here?
And they capitalize on a good 2-point conversion and cut the lead to 3. And that 2-point conversion, I think, punt is huge.
That's a big play for sure. You know, after having missed that point after kick attempt on their first touchdown, the Cougars coming up not only with the big touchdown play, but following up with that point after run. That's a big turnaround for them.
17-14 ball game. Yuma Catholic with a 3-point lead. Gardner's kick is returned by Henderson out to the 20, where the Cougars will make the stop. Dylan Gabbard, the first one there for the Cougars.
Again, Sholo just good lane discipline on that kickoff team, staying in their lanes. Henderson, one of the quicker guys out here tonight, tries to make the move, but good defensive coverage by the Cougars. This will be a big defensive stand for the Cougars here, down 17-14 with 1:56 left in the half. If they can hold here, that's going to be a big momentum turn for them.
Stover in the gun. Single back flanking him to his left. He's looking to throw, and he gets hammered from behind. Jamie Webb credited with the sack, and he gets smashed. That one in the running for our Demers Glass shattering hit of the game.
The Catholic, their second of the half.
As we see the replay here, and Yuma Catholic calling a timeout. And we missed the last part there of that replay. I don't know, for some reason our replays are shutting off early tonight. But we'll keep it here with 1:39 left before halftime. It's a 3-point lead for the Shamrocks. And so far we have been highly entertained in this one tonight. I think the one surprise punt for us is that Sholo seems to be running the football more than we've seen him run in games past.
Well, and you know, we talked about the defensive pressure that the Shamrocks can bring, and you know, Reisdorf really hasn't had a pocket. He's had to leave and be very mobile. But Sholo certainly looking in game film, you can tell they've come up with some running offense, like you say, Camden, to try to counter that big defensive front.
Only 17 rushes and only 14 passes tonight, where that is typically a lot further the other direction, where they are throwing a lot more than they are running the football, at least in the games that we've watched against the Cougars, and I think their statistics will bear that out as well. Stover to throw, and it is almost picked off. Threw it behind his intended receiver that time.
That's number 6, James Turner, playing it perfectly. Comes underneath. He read the quarterback's eyes the whole way. Played it perfectly from the safety position. Got his hands on the football, just couldn't bring it in for the interception.
I think that was the intended receiver, I believe, was Pisano. So a 3rd down and 15. Throw and an incomplete pass as the Shamrocks really struggling. That time the pass intended to Aiken, and Dylan Gabbard bats it down for the Cougars. Is that Aiken or Barnes?
Regular defense! Regular defense! Regular defense!
So a 4th down, and now the Cougars are going to get the ball back here with 1:35 left to play. As long as we don't see another fake punt out of the Shamrocks. Aiken stands at his 2-yard line, and Reisdorf back to return for the Cougars, stands at the 45, and he's going to let it go out of bounds at the 44-yard line, I believe. Well, the official marks it at the 41, so the Cougars with a short field here and 1:31 left on the clock.
Well, it's the defensive stand that puts them in a position to at least get back on the field. And then, of course, not a great punt by the Shamrocks that time, kicking it out of bounds. So Sholo easily, with 1:31 left in the half here, easily within scoring position if they can manage that clock.
17-14 with 1:31 left. Shamrocks are up by 3. Looking to throw. They have a man. It's Amoto. Caught, and Amoto gets hammered out of bounds inside the 35. Barnes is the first one there for the Shamrocks.
Well, a couple of things on that play. One, good defensive teamwork by the Shamrocks. You have 4 guys on Amoto ganging up on him. That's good to see from a defensive standpoint, but boy, you got to credit Amoto as well. He's not giving up 1 ounce of weight or anything. He just punishes those tacklers as they come up to get him.
Yeah, that was Amoto putting the hit on Castaneda that time. 2nd down and 2. Reisdorf pump fakes. Looks right, has a man, and he overthrows him.
Overthrew him.
Just overthrew Gardnier, who had a wide open shot at a touchdown right down the middle of the field.
He was wide open. He was a late cutter into the middle of the field, was Gardnier, and Reisdorf picked him up quickly, but he's kicking himself. I think he may want to put just a little bit more air into that football, but
see Gardnier on the pump and go right there.
Yeah, he beat his man clearly.
3rd down and 2. 1:18 left to play before half. Cougars working from the Shamrock 32-yard line. And they give to Kime, and Kime is going to be shy of a 1st down, I believe. He's got to get to across the 30. I think they'll mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
That's going to be close.
Nope, they mark him back at the 31.
Yeah, they spot it back further. So Sholo with 4th and 1, clearly they're going to go for it here.
Heavy package, full house backfield. Give to Amoto. Amoto, 1st down, Amoto. 25, 20, 15, 5, 10. Touchdown, 31 yards for Amoto. Touchdown Cougars, and they take the lead for the first time tonight on the Black Diamond Autoglass touchdown.
As you say, Cam, they cluster. Does Sholo off to that right side. Really just a power run up the middle, but Amoto finds a big seam. He cuts through that first level, beats the linebackers. Once he gets into the secondary, he's gone.
And that on 4th down and 1. That was an impressive run. 44 seconds left to play here before halftime. 31-yard carry for Chris Amoto. Gardnier on for the point after try. High snap. Reisdorf handles it. Gardnier punches it through. And the Show-Low Cougars, with 44 seconds, lead the Shamrocks 21-17. We'll step away. This is Show-Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Sports.
Well, Chris Amoto puts the Cougars up by 4, 21-17 with 44 seconds left to play before the half. At a 31-yard run by Chris Amoto.
That's a big run by Amoto. Just, you know, we've seen him all season, and certainly tonight, just one of the more dedicated, ambitious. I mean, you put the word to it, this kid can really play football.
Gardnier to kick. And Henderson to return, and he comes up the left hashes and is tackled by Irwin at the 26-yard line, along with Gabbard. "40 seconds left to play here before halftime. Let's see if the Shamrocks have a drive in them. Cougars already showing their prowess after forcing the Shamrocks to punt deep in their own territory, take advantage of a short field, and get the first lead of the night. To throw across the middle, Stover to Barnes, and Barnes makes a juggling catch at the 40-yard line. A terrific grab for Barnes.
Well, that pass had some heat on it from Stover. That was an outstanding catch by Barnes. It hits him in the hands, pops up, but just a great presence by him to gather it back up for the reception.
Garrett, scoot out!
And Stover in the gun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Throws right side. It is caught by Aitken, and Cody Irwin hits him right as he receives it, but he hangs on at the 47-yard line. It'll be short of a first down by about a yard.
We've seen that route several times now from the Shamrocks, where they run a guy deep to clear out that short zone. Another back coming in underneath, but that time Irwin hits him perfectly, but not until Yuma Catholic gets the gain, so it'll put him second and short here with just 21 seconds left in the half.
There's the snap to Stover. Stover on 2nd and 1, throws down the middle of the field, and it's picked off. Rhett Reisdorf makes a diving interception at the Cougar 27.
Stover just getting a little too greedy on that one, trying to hit that post route, trying to hit his receiver, John Henderson, but Reisdorf played it perfectly. He playing over the top defensively, but as soon as he sees the release from Stover, he moves up quickly to make that interception.
Excellent grab by Rhett Reisdorf, and at a critical moment with 16 seconds left before half. Let's see if the Cougars try to put points up or just take a knee. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they look like they're lined up to take a knee, and they do. And the Cougars are going to go to intermission with a 4-point lead after trailing through almost the entire first half. With 44 seconds left before halftime, they get a touchdown to put them up by 4, 21-17. We'll see if Keegan Bjorn can get us an interview here in just a moment. But we get set now for our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget, still some holiday pricing up there at Sunrise. If you're looking to ski this winter, make sure you get your ski pass early and save some money by doing so. You have through the end of, until, I believe, until Thanksgiving. Check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. And let's go to Keegan Bjorn downstairs. Keegan?
Hey guys, I'm with Coach Reisdorf. Coach, we got a really tight game here. Yet again, I think we knew Yuma was going to be a tough matchup. Doing well on offense, they're giving up some big plays. What are you going to do to stop those big plays for Yuma?
Yeah, they're extremely athletic. There's no question about it. So we're putting another safety in the game to try to help prevent some of that. And then, we do that, and we're going to have to stop the run. And so just be consistent. But I'm so proud of our kids' resilience and fight to come back, because we had a rocky start. So we'll just keep fighting and hopefully stay on track.
Right, thanks, Coach.
All right, Coach Reisdorf there, Keegan Bjorn, and Coach Reisdorf, thank you for those comments. We will step away back with our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show. When we return, this is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year. Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
To our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Time to get your discounted lift passes out at Sunrise. Got a season pass, you can get it for a discount before the holidays. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details. That's sunriseskipark.com. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Royce Kincannon and this scoring update. Royce? All right, we'll check in with Royce. There we go.
All right, we've got scoring from 1A, Division 1A, Baghdad. They're leading Williams 30-6. We have Brown Valley 27, Paradise Honors 0. Thatcher 31, Phoenix Christian 0. Benson 19, Pima 12. Santa Cruz Valley 30 and Scottsdale Christian 7. In 3A action, you've got Sabino 28, Williams 0, Winslow 0. American Leadership 21, Florence 14. Northwest Christian 14, Payson 3. And in your game of the week, it's 21-17 Show Low Cougars. Back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Royce. Appreciate those as we spend a little time now with the Show Low Cougar Marching Band. Great looking shots there of the Show Low Cougar Marching Band. We will take a quick break. Back to recap this first half for you in just a moment. At intermission, during the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, it's the Cougars in front of the Shamrocks 21-17. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
This is high school.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to ShowLowFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Show Low High School and our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Still a chance to get discounted tickets out at Sunrise. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details at sunriseskipark.com as we recap the first half for you, starting with a opening drive of the game and the opening play of the game for Yuma Catholic after they took over on downs. They had it at the Show Low Cougar 44-yard line. They hand it to Jalen Barnes, and Jalen Barnes makes the Show Low Cougar defense look silly here, and he takes it 44 yards for the score. The Show Low Cougars finally get their first touchdown with 5:45 left in the first quarter. They cap off an 86-yard drive with that 2-yard carry there. Then with 10:45 left in the second quarter, another touchdown, Stover right down the middle to John Henderson, and Henderson takes it 46 yards for the touchdown. They scored a field goal of 25. Here's the Show Low Cougars after they are down 17-6, and Rhett Reisdorf getting some extra time, getting away from Callender there, gets just enough time for Reedhead to get open in the end zone for a 35-yard pass reception for the touchdown. And then Chris Samoto on 4th down and 1 takes it 31 yards for the score for the Cougars to give them the first lead of the night. That's where we are here at halftime, 21-17. And entertaining first half. I think a couple surprises out of the Cougar camp. We talked about the fact that they've been running the football more, which I think is a good thing here tonight, especially against one of the top secondaries in the state in the Shamrocks defense.
Well, they came in, I think, with 22 interceptions to the Shamrocks. They got another couple here tonight in that first quarter. So, yeah, I mean, clearly a strong defense. And, oh, by the way, they have a great defensive rush as well. Just a really solid defensive team. We talked about that being one of the keys of the game tonight for the Cougars. And I think the other thing that kind of changed from how the game started to how that first half ended is that we saw Show Low. I thought Show Low came out pretty flat. And, you know, they clearly, I mean, kind of an emotional week this whole week for this community with, the officer tragically dying this week. I'm not saying that plays a part in this, but we had that big ceremony at the beginning of the game. This community's thinking about it. You got to feel that maybe that had something to do maybe with kind of a slow start.
It felt a little bit like that.
Just a real somber kind of attitude and environment around here. But I'll tell you what, the key to any good team is not what happened and what the past is what you're going to do in the next play, get up and make it happen. And clearly, Show Low in that second quarter especially, you could see the energy start to return. The momentum clearly, I think, started to turn for them. We saw them defensively start to shut down the Shamrocks with some big key defensive stands. So, I think you had mentioned the offense and just the diversity of Show Low's offense, using the run more tonight. That's certainly part of it. But I think also, too, they just finally got their head in the game and really turned things around, especially in that second quarter.
3 touchdowns in the first half. The Show Low Cougars missed a point after try, but converted on a 2-point conversion, and they are up by 4 after giving up 2 touchdowns to the Shamrocks and a field goal. Back to take a look inside the numbers with Mike Caldwell when we return. This is the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year. Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back to Show Low High School. The Show Low Cougars here tonight at intermission on top 21-17. Let's take a look inside the numbers that tells the true story here at the break with Mike Caldwell. Mike?
Hey, thanks, Camden. Yeah, the stats pretty much reflect the score pretty close. Yuma, James Stover, 7 for 13, 101 yards, 1 TD, and he did throw an interception late. The thing about him, he's got 6 different receivers that he's thrown to that have and have caught a pass, led by John Henderson, 2 for 56, 2 receptions, 56 yards, with a big 46-yard TD. Rushing, Jalen Barnes has led the way with 5 carries for 55 yards, and the big 44-yard rush on the first play from scrimmage. Yuma for totals, passing 101 yards, rushing 97 yards for a total of 198 yards. They've been kind of hit by the penalty bug that's kind of helped Sholo. 5 penalties, 50 yards, and then Stover threw an interception. Sholo, like you mentioned before, really a balanced attack that we haven't seen before. It's usually really pass-oriented. Rhett Reichdorf, 9 for 16, 95 yards and a TD. That was to Jake Reedhead for 35 yards after scrambling. Chris Amoto is actually the leading receiver, but for 4 receptions, 10 yards. Rushing, they got a total of 143 yards, and leading the way, rushing is actually Rhett Reichdorf, 6 carries for 69 yards, reading the option. And Weston Kimes chipped in 9 carries for 38 yards. Reichdorf does have a couple interceptions. Penalty-wise, they played a pretty clean game, only 1 penalty for 10 yards. Back to you, Camden.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate that, Mike. As we take one final break, back with the opening kick when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. The Cougars lead at intermission 21-17 as we get set for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College.
Hey, this one's a little soft too.
That might be ours. Is that our ball?
That's their ball. This is ours.
Gardnier will tee it up at the 40-yard line, and I believe Henderson is back. No, Aiken and Henderson back. Aiken, the deep man, back at the 15, stands at the Shamrock 15. So we get a great shot of Cole Gardnier there, and try to get our camera crew to give us a shot of Henderson back at the 15-yard line. And the official's blowing his whistle for some reason. I'm not sure why, but.
Him over to go get another.
Well, you know, we talked to Coach Reichdorf right before half, and one of the things he's mentioned as a key coming into the second half here is not allow Yuma any big plays.
Gardner puts boot into it, and Henderson set to receive at the 15, now to the 20, 25, 30. Has some room up the far sideline, gets all the way back to the 46 before Skylar Jane takes him down for the Show Low Cougars. And excellent field position here for the Shamrocks to start this opening drive. They're down by 4, 21-17 as we start the second half of play.
That's a big tackle by Skylar Jane for the Cougars. Henderson, one of the quickest guys out here, as we talked about before. Good speed from him, but Skylar Jane able to slide over and make that tackle. Otherwise, Henderson would have had a lot of green in front of him.
Ball at the 46 of Yuma Catholic. In the hand to Barnes. Barnes hit by Jason Brown and spun down along with Jamie Webb, on the tackle, and a gain of about 2 there. That play went for a 44-yard touchdown in the first half, and it goes for 2 yards here.
But you can hear the contact all the way up here, Camden. This is a very physical football game. We've been talking about it all night.
21-17, Yuma Catholic trailing by 4 here against the Cougars. They get to Aikens, sweeps to the right, cuts it up inside, going to be stacked up. And Kime and Brown, the first ones there for the Cougars. But that sweep play had nowhere to go as they lose a couple.
That's just good quickness by the Cougars defensively. They try that speed sweep option there, or motion there, and you can see them set the edge, do the Cougars, and then just great team defense, tackling, gang tackling. So a good start here defensively for the Show Low Cougars in this second half.
From the Show Low 47. Stover sends a receiver wide to the right, single receiver to the left, 2-men split right next to him as he stands in the gun, takes the snap, sets up a screen, caught by Barnes, and the Cougars are there. They stack him up back at the 45. Webb and Dallantini on the stop for Show Low. He'll get forward progress out to the 46, a loss of 2 on the play.
And the play of Dallantini in particular, I mean, we just can't single them out. That was good team defense by the Cougars, but when you watch Tenney, he attacks the quarterback, but then quickly reads that screen, reverses field, and goes to the ball carrier and makes a great assist on the tackle. Great work by Tenney.
Shamrock set to punt. Aitken back at his 35, gets off a decent punt. Reisdorf, a nice high punt. Reisdorf fair catches at the 15. They'll mark it at the 16-yard line where the Cougars will have the football and a 4-point lead here as they open up with a 3-and-out against the Shamrocks, who have been pretty stellar on offense tonight. But Show Low doing a number here on the opening series as the Shamrocks had nowhere to go.
Well, when you look back on that first half, also Show Low actually was able to get their scores from a couple of big plays as well. So the same relates to the Shamrocks here. They can't afford to let Show Low get those big plays.
Give to Kime on first down, and he has about 9 out to the 25-yard line. Fasano on the tackle, along with Nate Smith for the Shamrocks.
That's just great running by Kime. Of course, he's getting some good blocking out on that edge, allows him to get outside. But he's one of those downhill runners. You know, he and Emoto, very similar in terms of their style. They're just really aggressive, really hard-hitting runners. Just doing a great job, both of them tonight for the Cougars.
At the Cougar 25, 2 split here to the near side, single receiver to the right. Hand off to Kime, and Kime has some room, has a first down, gets out to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him back at the 30, looks like the 34. Pisano on the tackle, but Weston Kime picks up a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Show Low Cougars, and they'll spot him at the 30. From the Show Low 30-yard line, the Cougars fresh set of downs here, and they're just methodically moving the football, burning clock here. Couple receivers near side, single receiver to the right, they're up. Cougars are up by 4. Hand to Keim, and Keim has a hole. Slips a tackle, gets into the secondary, and he's going to be tackled at midfield by Johan Stokes. Another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, and we have an injured Yuma Catholic player down at the 32 as we take a look here as Keim gets out and gets a great block. I think Brown maybe got the block there out there on the edge. Castaneda, I believe, is the injured player. And he's down at the Cougar 32-yard line.
You can see him rolling. He's got both hands up on his face mask. Not sure what they're checking.
Not sure why our camera crew has not shown us the injured player yet, but
yeah, he's limping on that left leg.
Castaneda came into this contest with a broken kneecap, and so I'm not sure, but that may be what is bothering him here.
Well, he has a brace on that left knee, so just from his reaction, looks like he may have re-injured that leg.
All right, first down and 10. Handed off to the single back in the backfield. Weston Keim, and Callender gets a stop at the line of scrimmage after Keim gets a yard, maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, that didn't look pretty in the backfield. The exchange between Reisdorf and Keim, they actually run into each other in the backfield. I think that certainly caused the play to slow down.
At a minimum. Second down and 9 from the Shamrock 49-yard line. Sholo in the lead by 4, up 21-17 with 7:44 left to play in the second. Give to Keim. Keim picks his way through traffic, gets to the 45, and Pisano will drive him out towards the far side. Doesn't quite get him out of bounds, but knocks him down after he got forward progress to the 45-yard line. A gain of about 4.
That's just great vision by Keim. He takes the handoff, runs up to the line of scrimmage. You know, he exhibits great patience, just waiting for his blockers to line up, and then he makes that cut to the outside and then back upfield. So again, just great vision by the running back Keim to get that gain.
Weston Keim came into the contest with 475 yards. He's got 73 yards on 14 carries tonight. Reisdorf on the keeper, out across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Pisano on the stop for Yuma Catholic.
And again, read option between Reisdorf and Keim. That time Reisdorf holding the ball into Keim long enough to make that defensive end commit to the outside. As soon as he does, Reisdorf pulls it and runs upfield. We've seen that play quite a bit tonight, and it works. It's been working very well with the right reads by Reisdorf.
7 carries, 81 yards tonight for Rhett Reisdorf. First down and 10, hand to Keim, and Keim gets out of a tackle from attempt by Sandoval, but it'll be driven out of bounds over at the 40 for a loss of 2 on the play.
That's
Thought
great.
he was going to get loose, but didn't quite get there.
That's a great defensive play by Sandoval, and unfortunately just not able to wrap up Keim, who's a very aggressive runner. We can see the play here. Keim just keeps his feet moving.
Hey, Randy, I think you can run slam now. We're getting a little...
Come on, 6:21 left to play in the third quarter. Cougars on the move here, but facing a 2nd and 12.
Counter. We're going to have a flag come in from the referee in the backfield. It's going to be, he's going to call face mask against Yuma, and Moto on the counter play finds that big hole off to the right side. You can see it here. Emoto, the motion man, cuts across, gets the handoff. They're going to call face mask on from the tackler, number 22. That's Nate Smith.
Defense, 15 yards, first down.
So it's a big penalty here against the Shamrocks. Not only the gain by Emoto, but now it's going to push with the penalty. Put Sholo all the way down to the Yuma 20-yard line. And in the process, burning off a lot of the clock here in this third quarter are the Cougars.
Wide receiver to the near side is Cody Irwin. He stands all the way here on the hash on the left side. They give to Kime, and Kime goes straight ahead across the 20 to the about the 14-yard line here as Weston Kime.
We know, Cam, we talked about Sholo in their running game tonight at halftime. Not only are they able to move the football, but more importantly, with the lead, now granted it's a very small lead, the one thing they're also able to accomplish is really chew away at this clock. We're all the way down to 5:20 right now in the third quarter. Sholo started this drive way back on their 16-yard line, so that's another benefit for the Cougars here is they're just burning clock.
Reedhead wide to the right. Couple receivers to the near side. It's Irwin and Gardnier, and we get a penalty marker thrown in the backfield.
Delay game on the offense. 5 yards. 3 feet down.
So offensive miscue there for the Cougars as they give up 5 yards. The 5 that they picked up previously by Kime is erased, and it's now 2nd down and 10 with 5:02 and the clock rolling here left in the third. Cougars up by 4. Again, Reedhead to the right. Gardnier and Irwin come to the near side. Reisdorf in the gun. Weston Kime flanks him to his left. They hand to Kime. Kime has a hole to the 10, and he'll be drugged down inside the 10 near the 6. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, and Stokes on the tackle for Yuma Catholic saves the touchdown.
That's just great blocking up front by that Sholo line. You know, you don't need to blow people away with plays like that. You just need to get leverage, and that's exactly what that line was able to do for the Cougars. Great job. And then, of course, Kime and his aggressive running able to bust off a nice run here.
Weston Kime came into the contest averaging 12 yards per carry, and right now the Shamrocks don't have an answer for him. First and goal from the 6. Give to Kime. Kime is going to go in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars. A Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown. This is Weston Kime's. Check it for you. Weston Kime on the season came into the contest. Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to find out how many touchdowns he has on the season, but that goes 6 yards for the score. Gardnier on for the point after try. And you're starting to get the sense that the Cougars are starting to get into a groove here.
Well, they're in a groove largely because of the effectiveness of their running game, which is huge for this team.
4:13 left to play here in this third quarter. And the Cougars lead 28-17. We'll step away. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Weston Kime with 7 touchdowns coming into the contest tonight, adds 1 to his name, and now has 8 touchdowns on the season. He carried the ball 9 times on that drive, had 48 yards for the Cougars, and caps it off with a 6-yard touchdown run. 84-yard drive for the Cougars, and the Cougars now lead 28-17. Up by 11 here. Return by Henderson to the 20-25. It'll be hit at the 30 and tries to spin out of it, but the Cougars are going to knock him down. He got a couple extra, though. Cody Irwin on the stop for the Cougars, first person there. For Sholo, he's out. They'll mark him at the 31. Correction, 32.
Well, not only is Sholo able to capitalize on a great drive starting at their own 16, but as I mentioned before, I think an equally big factor is they burned off about 7 minutes off that clock just on that single drive, that one drive, which is going to put Yuma Catholic in a tough spot here.
Looking to throw, Stover throws to the left side to Henderson, and Henderson makes a grab. Weisdorf on the tackle, but Henderson has the reception out to the 42-yard line. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Shamrocks.
24. Those are the toughest drives.
You know, with the exception of that one pass that we saw at the end of the first half when Stover threw the interception, he's been very accurate tonight passing the football for the Shamrocks.
Stover in the gun again, throws, and it is caught by Aiken at midfield. And Weston Kime makes the stop for the Cougars, but the Shamrocks have been pretty good here tonight.
And again, another very well-placed pass by Stover. Jason Brown also coming over to assist on that tackle from his middle linebacker position. But Yuma Catholic early on this possession using their short passing routes to just kind of pick away at this Sholo defense.
3:08 remains here in the third. Cougars up 28-17. Shamrocks at midfield facing a second down and 3. Man in motion is Aiken. They'll reverse it to Henderson, and Henderson sweeping left, and he is going to be stopped for a loss at the 49-yard line. Slipped down trying to cut as Reisdorf stood his ground and stayed home on the far side. And so did Chris Emoto, and turned that play inside, or would have turned it inside, but the runner Henderson slips and falls at the 49.
Yeah, and again, that's just good defensive discipline by the Cougars. Those outside linebackers in particular, along with the DNs, needing to stay home, and they do exactly that.
Wide receiver set to the far side, 2 set here to the near side. Stover with a single back flanking him to his left. Tight end lines up on the left side, and they hand to Barnes. And Barnes gets hammered.
Holy smokes, Weston
Kime and Jamie Webb combined on the tackle. That one in the running for our Deemers Glass. Glass-shattering hit of the game. Deemers Glass in Lakeside, hands down the best place to call for quality, affordable glass. Call Deemers Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. We'll get a chance to look at that play towards the end of the game, as that one right now is in the lead for our Deemers Glass shattering hit of the game. On 4th down, Shamrock's going to go for it, and the reception is made by Pisano at the 42. He falls forward after Cody Irwin upends him. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the 41.
And number 10, the receiver will take himself out. Jason Pisano on that tackle. You can see him limping as he goes off the field. We've seen that route now, Camden, I don't know how many times from the Shamrocks, and every time it's been open, they're taking advantage of that coverage from the Cougars that leaves that flat open.
Twins left and right. Fresh set of downs. Quick throw to Aiken left side, and Aiken Stutter steps his way down to the 35, where he'll be upended there. Reisdorf on the tackle for the Cougars. But the Shamrocks have methodically picked apart this defensive secondary here from the pass game. It's been a nice drive here for the Shamrocks.
Well, where we saw Sholo on their drive, that very long drive, predominantly use the running game to finally score. Just the opposite here with the Shamrocks. They're picking that Sholo defense apart with the pass, as you say.
We'll take a timeout with them. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to the 3A state playoffs here live from Sholo High School, where the Cougars lead 28-17. And the Shamrocks on the move here. Second down and 4 after the timeout. Throw to Henderson, and he has, just incomplete. Henderson had it in the hands for a moment. Reisdorf on the coverage, and Henderson coming up slow.
Well, they ran out and go, did the Shamrocks, and actually they had that secondary beat. A perfect pass by Stover. Puts it right into the hands of the receiver. You can see him do that pump fake there to get the defensive back to bite. And you can't ask for a better pass than that. That's right into the hands of the receiver.
Henderson got a step. Stover threw it. Looked like he maybe threw it a little bit short, but that was a pretty good pass. 28-17 with 39 seconds and a third down and 4. Throw it across the middle, caught by Sandoval, and Emoto on the tackle for the Cougars. Sandoval with the reception at the 24-yard line, good for 11 yards and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
And again, the Shamrocks here going to the pass pretty exclusively now, trying to find a way to just keep picking apart that Cougar defense. They'll throw an occasional run in here and there just to keep them honest, but they're really going to the passing game here are the Shamrocks.
At the 24, Stover sets the troops with 2 to the right, 1 to the left. At the Cougar 24, a fresh set of downs. He's used 5 different receivers on this drive alone.
Same route again.
And he throws right side, and it's complete to Aitken, and he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock with 6 seconds here in the third quarter at the Cougar 20, call it the Cougar 17-yard line.
And again, not to sound like a broken record, but whatever play that is, whatever pass play that is of the Shamrocks has been consistently open all night against this Cougar defense.
Shamrocks are going to send a wide receiver out to the far side of the set. That's John Henderson. Single receiver to the near side. And looking to throw again, Stover towards Aiken at the goal line, and it's incomplete. Around the 2-yard line. Cody Irwin in on the coverage there. Also helping out for the Cougars is number 44, Garrett Lynn. You see Aiken at the bottom of your screen taking off there. And he's just going to come down and do an out route. And it was just thrown a little too far to the outside, but that's largely because of that guy right there, Cody Irwin, on the coverage. In the gun, Stover hands to Barnes, sweeps to the left. Barnes tries to cut it upfield, and he does. It's across the 15. And they're gonna, it'll depend on the spot here, but looks like they're gonna mark it at the 15.
That's really close from where the football sits, looking across at the chains. You couldn't ask for, I'm pretty sure they're going to bring the chains out to mark to see where they're at as far as the first down's concerned. But good run by Barnes. You know, they push him out, and he makes a good cut upfield to try to get that first down.
That'll end the third quarter. We go to the fourth and final next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Show Low High School, and if we can get our camera operator to go to the other side of the field, we'll see. There we go. There is the great shot there from the camera crew of the first down marker. It was short by about 3 inches of a first down. And we'll go back to the studio and check in with Royce Kincannon in this scoring update. Royce?
Okay, we've got scores from 1A through 2A and 3A today. Baghdad 52, Williams 6 in 1A action. In 2A action, Round Valley 42, Paradise Honors 0. Thatcher 52, Phoenix Christian 6. Benson 27, Pima 20. Santa Cruz 46, Scottsdale Christian 15. In 3A action, we got Sabino 41, Winslow 0. Florence and American Leadership are tied at 21. Northwest Christian 28, Payson 13. And in your game of the week, it's the Show Low Cougars 28, Yuma Catholic 17. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Royce. Show Low Cougars here will start this fourth quarter with their backs against the wall as the Shamrocks with a fourth down and inches are going to go for it. Ball spotted at the Show Low 14. And here's the snap. They give to Gerber. Gerber off tackle right side, has enough for a first down, I believe. Kime on the tackle for the Cougars, and it is a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Shamrocks.
Well, smart run by Gerber. You know, it's clogged up front with the defensive line plugging all those gaps inside, so he bounces to the outside, does Gerber, and just really leaps forward into that open space to get the first down.
See Tenney there calling out a signal for the Cougars, and Aiken along with Henderson wide to the right side, 2 receivers to the near side. Stover in the gun on first down, throws right, caught, and nice play. Good catch by Aiken, and Weston Kime closes and stops him and drops him for a loss.
That's just an outstanding open field tackle and a bruising tackle by Weston Kime. Played that perfectly.
Here's the replay here. Stover,
as soon as he reads that pass, he comes up quickly, does Kime, and just blasts the receiver. Squares up perfectly. Great technique tackle out on the outside.
Loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11 from the 15. Stover in the gun with 2 left, 2 right. Steps back, throws, caught. Reception made by Sandoval, and Chris Emoto makes the stop inside the 10 at the 7. Ten and a half left to play here in the contest. Cougars enjoying an 11-point lead right now, but are going to have to get a defensive stand here if they want to keep that margin. Trip set to the left, single receiver to the right. Snap, now throw, and it's low and incomplete. Reisdorf on the coverage there. Sandoval was the intended receiver.
Well, Sandoval was cutting inside. That's what attracted the defensive coverage of Reisdorf. But yet another receiver, Barnes, going to the outside. He would have been open. it looked like from up here at least, but Barnes nevertheless tried to throw to that inside receiver, but good defensive coverage by the Cougars to deny the touchdown pass.
We get timeout on the field, and we're going to take it with them. Cougars want to talk it over. The 10-11 left to play fourth. They lead 28-17. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Sholo High School field. Yuma Catholic lighting up here with their field goal team. A 25-yard field goal attempt after Sholo denies the touchdown pass. Pass attempt by Yuma Catholic. Martinez on the kick. Plenty of distance, plenty of leg, and he nails it. Goes right through the middle, so that'll bring the score now. Yuma Catholic 20, Sholo 28. We're in the fourth quarter with 10:07 left. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school state playoff football. It is the fourth quarter. Sholo 28, Yuma Catholic 20. Yuma Catholic just finished off a 60-yard scoring drive. They settle for the field goal with a great defensive stand by the Cougars to force them into that field goal. The question here is now with 10:07 left in the fourth quarter, will Yuma Catholic with this kickoff try to onside, or will they go deep? They do go to the onside, and it is a loose ball. Looks like, nope, they're going to say that, nope, yeah, the referee changed his mind. Blake Sandoval, number 19 for Yuma Catholic, comes up with the football. It was Dylan Gabbard, number 56 for Sholo, that tried gathering up that kick, went directly to him. He had the handle on it for a second there, but with the contact, Yuma Catholic able to knock it free, get the turnover. So a big, huge turnover here for the Shamrocks. They will start their drive at their 49-yard line, again with just over 10 minutes left, 10:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Yuma Catholic lines up, they'll go trips right with a single back. Stover drops back into the pocket, throws out into the flats. Aiken on the reception, enough for the first down.
Hey, we gotta get it.
That's a Mountain Mobile Auto Gas first down for the Shamrocks of Yuma Catholic. And again, we saw in their last possession, Yuma Catholic going a lot to their passing game. And they start the same here early with this drive. 9:51 left in the fourth. Sholo 28, Yuma Catholic 20. Yuma Catholic in the shotgun. They go to the screen to the outside on the left side to Barnes. With a good block, Barnes able to move up again close to another Mountain Mobile Auto Gas first down, but yes, and he does get it. So two successive plays, two successive impressive first down for the Shamrocks. Mounting a nice drive here. They started their drive with that onside kickoff turnover. Did the Shamrocks at their own 49. They're now out to the Sholo 28-yard line. In shotgun, Stover with a single back, trips right. He drops back into the pocket. Lots of pressure. He'll go down. Good pressure by the defensive front for the Cougars. And again, Stover came into tonight's game with that ACL tear, so he is not a mobile quarterback by any means. And rather than taking the hit, he just goes down in the backfield for the sack.
Stover in the gun, second down, and long, throws right, caught. Pisano has a first down and more inside the 10. Excuse me, they'll knock him down at the 10. Cody Irwin and Turner on the tackle, 25 yards, and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
That's a big play there by the Shamrocks. Again, a post route from that outside receiver. Stover throwing it perfectly right in stride. So Yuma Catholic going exclusively to their passing game in this last drive here.
And that's just a great read by Stover. You know, he's throwing into double coverage there, but he's able to get it to the intended receiver. Barnes on a quick slant, caught and tackled near the 5. Weston Kime on the tackle.
We've got a Sholo player coming off. It looks like Weston Kime. He came up. They're trying to get a substitute out. Sholo's trying to find a substitute to get him out there. Finally, number 22, Trayson Neff will come in for Kime, who is on the sideline now. They're taking a look at him.
Stover under center now on second and goal. Hand to Barnes. Barnes sweeps left side.
That's a great tackle. Number 50, Jamie Webb. You can hear the contact all the way up here. Jason Brown as well. Just great work by that defensive front end linebackers for the Cougars.
When I said second and goal, it's actually second. It was second and 3. You see the pitch here, and as you mentioned, the great contact. Closing there, Webb wrapping up and making sure he goes down. Third down and 1. Call it 3rd and 2. From inside the 5. Sweep right. Barnes turns it upfield, trying to get to the end zone. And the official says he's down at the 1. That looked very close to a touchdown. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, but they will mark him short of the end zone. And we'll look to this replay here because this is, I think the Cougars maybe got a break on that one, and we may not have the replay. Six minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the contest, 35 seconds. And this is less than a yard to go on first down and goal from inside the 1. They lose the handle on the football. Stover on the snap, let it fall, somehow picked it up, hands it to Barnes, who's trying to cut upfield. He drops it, and somehow the Shamrocks cover it. They fumbled it twice on that play. 8-point lead for the Cougars, 28-20. Stover under center, I-tandem in the backfield behind him. Hand to Barnes, and Barnes
beautiful
hit the
play.
backfield. Dylan Tenney
Man.
just hammers him right when he gets the handoff.
Well, he not only hammers the running back, he just completely blew up the block at the line of scrimmage, did Tenney. just a great defensive play. He goes right through the line here, forward tackles perfectly, it just buries the runner. You know, interesting, Camden, when Yuma Catholic gets so close to the end zone, it really kind of limits their passing. They don't have the room to run those passing routes that they're used to running when they have more space. They're really kind of put into a position here where they're kind of forced to run the football. And when they do that, the Show Low defense have just done a great job of shutting down the run.
It looks like the Shamrocks are going to call timeout.
They're second of the half.
And we'll take you with them. 5:15 left to play fourth. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sports.
Welcome back as we see Coach Reisdorf there. Cougars up by 8, 28-20. That was actually Coach Maxwell. Quick throw left side and wide open.
He dropped it.
Wide open.
Hit him right in the numbers.
Let it get to his chest. I believe that's Henderson. Henderson running across the drag pattern across the end zone. Oh, excuse me, no, he's the wide receiver on the near side.
Wide open.
And
Could
just drops a touchdown.
You know, those things happen in Camden in high school, I mean in all football, but certainly in high school football. The key here for the Shamrocks is can you recover?
4th down and goal from the 4. Stover in the gun, takes a look left, throws, incomplete, broken up by Rhett Reisdorf. The intended receiver, Posado, Reisdorf read it all the way and comes across and blows that up right as he tries to catch it. And we remind you at the end of this contest, we'll announce our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. And one of those players that's in the running is that kid there, Rhett Reisdorf.
You can't ask for better defense than that. I mean, there's so many players on this Show Low team that have just really stepped up tonight defensively especially, and just have done an outstanding job. Now with this possession deep in their own end of the field, the key here for Show Low, and you got to believe they're going to go to their running game, is to eat clock as much as they can. Hand
it off. And picking his way through some traffic. You see Jason Brown trying to block out front for Chris Amoto.
Got a player down for Show Low, 55. Skylar Jane, he's up. He'll go back to the huddle, but you can tell he's not feeling that great. I'm not sure they're going to take him off now. Have him checked out.
28-20, Cougars with an 8-point lead and 4.5 left on the game clock. 2nd down and 8. Reisdorf the throw, has Amoto wide open, and Amoto cannot catch it. It looked like it was pass interference. Coming over was John Jenkins, who got burned on the play, but he was able to come back. As Amoto, there you see Jenkins turning late. Amoto runs right past him and has...
Well, and Amoto had to come back just a little for that pass. Reisdorf, if he had it all over to do again, he would have maybe led him just a bit, but still a lot of contact right at the point of attack where the ball's coming down to the receiver. No flag regardless, so Show Low with 3rd and 9 here.
And that,
deep in their own end, deep on their end of the field.
And that is Mike Paulo telling us just an excellent play call that time by the Cougars. Called it at the perfect time, but they don't get it. Give to Kime. Kime carries across the 10. It'll be well short of a 1st down, though. And the Shamrocks are going to get the football back here.
It's number 80, Adrian Medina, coming over for the tackle along with a couple of teammates.
Timeout. Yuma Catholic, their third and final.
So last time out of the game for Yuma Catholic with 4:15 left. We'll keep it here and punt. This has been a pretty exciting football game from start to finish here.
Well, you know, we expected a close game, and we certainly got that. I think the big story is Sholo looked a little slow at the start, a little flat, especially defensively. They let Yuma Catholic score on their very first play from the line of scrimmage with the runner really going into the end zone untouched. That's how flat they were, the Cougars. But just slowly through that first quarter and then definitely in that second quarter, they turned things around, did Sholo, and the momentum has clearly been theirs. Certainly the last half of the second quarter, and it's continued here through the second half.
Reisdorf is lined up in punt formation. He's at his 2. And we get a penalty marker thrown.
They're going to say a Sholo player moved, I think, at the line of scrimmage.
False start on the offense, number 56, 5 yards, still 4th down. Hey.
And that should be half the distance.
Well, you could hear Reisdorf with his count try to actually draw off the Shamrocks, which obviously did not happen. Instead, one of his own players.
So now Reisdorf will stand in his end zone to try to punt this. Back to receive are Barnes and Aiken as they drop back to the 45. Reisdorf takes a high snap, gets it punt off, and Barnes going to take it at the 37. Runs right, cuts it up at the 35 to the 30, and will be forced out of bounds near the 25-yard line. We'll see where the spot is here. They actually get it all the way down to the 21. So unfortunately for the Cougars, it's going to be another short field here for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, great field position here, starting field position for the Shamrocks after that nice punt return. They were able to get outside, was Aiken, and turn it upfield for a nice return.
And we'll call it the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 23. Stover takes the snap, looks left, throws left, and it's incomplete.
Man.
Henderson wasn't even ready for it.
Yeah, that was a quick pass. He saw Henderson open, did Stover. That's why he threw the football in a little seam between the cornerback and the linebackers. Maybe just a little bit behind Henderson, but Yuma Catholic, again, you can expect pass from them. That's how they've been able to move the ball thus far, and they're certainly starting that again here with this possession.
2nd and 10. 32 passing attempts tonight for Stover. Handed off right side, and the Cougars are there. Give to Gerber, and Gerber is going to be dropped for a loss. Mills, the first one there on the tackle for the Cougars.
And that run had nowhere to go. Another reason why clearly the Shamrocks have been going more to the pass. Their running game tonight just not that effective. After that first quarter big run that scored their first touchdown, since then this Sholo defense has just done an outstanding job against the running game of the Shamrocks.
Trip set in a bunch set on the left side, wide to the left. Stover looking to the left on 3rd and 10. Steps up, throws, it's caught. Aiken slips a tackle, dives to the 12, and it's good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Jason Brown and Emoto combine on the tackle for the Cougars.
Well, out of that bunch trips formation that you had mentioned on that left side, Camden, and it's a tight bunch trip set. They send a couple of receivers deep to clear out the safeties in the corner, and then they drop one under. And he's the one that makes the reception for that first down.
Turner had him, but could not bring him down. And it's good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. And now the throw is complete to Barnes. Stover hits Barnes on a quick slant run. Turner on the tackle. Gain of 5.
Again, that's just a quick timing route to Barnes in the seam between the linebackers in the corner.
2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the contest. Clock rolling here. Shamrocks down 28-20. Stover with an empty backfield. Four receivers. And he throws right, and it's incomplete. Dallin Tenney gets into the backfield and knocks Stover down before he could, right as he threw the football.
You can see Dallin Tenney cut through here. Nice pass. He's able to beat his block and just lays out the quarterback. And also good defensive coverage as well by the Cougars, by Irwin. The pass was there to the receiver, but he does a great job of getting his hands in and knock that pass down.
Shamrocks, 3rd down and 5 from inside the 10. Down by 8. Stover looks across the middle, throws, and a diving catch. It is caught by Aiken for the score. And now the Shamrocks will go for 2. Six-yard pass reception to Aiken.
And again, just a nice tight window to throw into, and he does it perfectly in the seam between the defenders. Perfectly placed pass.
And this is the ball game right here. Shamrocks are going to go for 2. Stover in the gun. Barnes flanks him to his right. He sends 3 receivers to the right. He looks to the right, now to the middle, throws to the right. Barnes, and he's out of bounds. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion is not successful. And the Cougars hang on to a 2-point lead.
That's a check down route for Barnes. He looks over the middle for his primary receivers. They're not there. They're not open. So credit that Cougar defense right in the middle of the field. And then he just releases out to the flat route. Tried to put it in the perfect spot, but just not able, the receiver just not able to get there.
Saw a shot of Barnes there coming out, getting a drink, and Barnes made a great catch, but the ball was just a little overthrown that time. And so with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the 4th quarter, the Cougars hanging on to a 2-point lead. You think they're going to be ready for the onside kick this time, punt? The Cougars gave up the onside.
Yes.
On the play prior to this.
They did.
On the Northland Pioneer College kickoff just prior to this, and now they've got to be ready.
Well, they're definitely in a position here where they can expect onside, clearly. The key here is you got to have your hands, guys, in the right spot.
They got 9 guys up front. And this ball is not going to go 10 yards. And so the Cougars will have the football and will need to burn 2 minutes and 23 seconds off the clock. The Shamrocks have no timeouts left. And they're going to have it at the Shamrock 47. So as long as they can take care of the football here, 1 first down should seal the deal for the Cougars, and they may not even need 1. If they play this if they play this right, they may be able to get out of here without a first down punt. True. 35-second play clock, I believe, in high school football.
Right. They're going to have to definitely get moving, and then you can expect certainly the running game here. And protecting the football obviously is key.
Give to Kime, he bounces to the outside, turns it up, and gets upended at the 40-yard line, stays in bounds, and picks up about 8 on first down. Aiken makes the stop at the 39.
And that's big right there, that run, just that run there. You know, gives some confidence, not that they need it necessarily, but it gives some confidence for these Cougars to keep pushing. Their target right now, their opponent more than Yuma Catholic is the clock.
Oh, and the Cougars are going to be assessed a holding penalty here. At the point of attack, it looked like.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down over.
Now that was at the 41-yard line. That was right at the end of the right at the end of the run, which is probably they probably didn't need it. An unnecessary hold there. First down and 15 after the hold penalty. Ball back in Cougar territory at the 49. Handed off to Kime. Kime trying to get around the left edge. He slips a tackle. Hurdles a player at the 45 and gets knocked out of bounds, though, near the 42-yard line. No, he stays in bounds. Kime stays in bounds at the 41. Medina credited with the tackle, but he gets about 12 yards on the carry.
That's an outstanding run by Weston Kime. He's able to beat Hayden Gerber, number 33 for the Shamrocks, out on the edge here. You can see him right here. Beat Gerber.
Stiff arms Gerber.
And then just does an outstanding job. And more importantly, stays in bounds.
It looks like he got pushed out of bounds there. I'm not sure why they didn't stop the clock. Well, they have stopped the clock now with 1:53.
Well, I think Yuma Catholic also out of timeouts. The referees are wanting something to happen to the clock.
Asking for 1:55 on the clock. They got 1:56 on the clock. 2-point lead for the Cougars, 1:56 left to play. The Cougars now facing a second down and about 7. Handed off straight ahead, and no one.
Not much room there. They try going up the middle, do the Cougars, and they run right into that defensive front of the Shamrocks. Maybe a 1-yard gain at best. Big
down.
Yeah, big third down play here for the Cougars. The clock ticking. Shamrocks out of timeouts. They used their last timeout on their last offensive possession, did the Shamrocks. So they're
last defensive possession of the Cougars trying to stop the ball.
That's right.
To get the ball back with 4 minutes left. Third down. Rice-Thorpe hands to Emoto. Emoto slips a tackle. That's a first down at the 35, and that's the ball game. The Sholo Cougars are going to beat the Shamrocks of Yuma Catholic on a come-from-behind victory. They're going to take the win 28-26 with 1:09 left. All they got to do is take a couple of knees, and this game is over.
That's a big run by Emoto there. Really a touchdown-saving tackle by 24, Jalen Barnes as well. But, Emoto and Kime, the combo of those two runners tonight, just outstanding for the Cougars.
Clock stopped with the first down. The Cougars are going to let the clock roll down, being very wary of the game clock and the play clock. They don't want to take a delay of game penalty. So the referee's going to, has already told them how much time to go. They're lined up in victory formation, clock winding, 45 seconds. And Rice-Thorpe takes the knee. And they mark it here, and I'm not sure that they have to go again.
Good job, Coach.
But they're going to go anyway. Second down and 11. And he'll take the knee, and that's the ball game. The Cougars able to come away with this. They scrape away a win here tonight against the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks. And we see the players congratulating each other on the field. And what a terrific win tonight for the Sholo Cougars. As we see both teams meet at midfield, and we'll shake hands as they come off the field, but the Cougars are going to come away with the victory tonight, 28-26, and it was a hard-fought battle, to say the least.
Well, it was just an outstanding performance by both teams. We knew it would be a tough battle. You get into these state playoff games, and you're looking at two of the better programs in the state for sure. Very physical football game, which we expected, and really more than anything, I think that, with Sholo, you always expect the passing game. They really came out with a really strong running game tonight, but I thought their defense, Sholo, when it needed to be, that Sholo defense really came up big tonight for the Cougars.
Well, we will step away And be back with our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, along with our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, and our Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game when we return during our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments. Once again, the final here tonight, the Cougars win 28-26 over Yuma Catholic. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome our TV crew back here because we wanted to get a shot of this Cougar ball club as we see the final score here tonight. 28-17 is the final. Excuse me, 28-26 the final. And we're going to watch the Sholo Cougars here. Hopefully get some audio as soon as we can here. We see the celebration continue here as the Sholo Cougars in the second round knock off the number 8 seeded Yuma Catholic Shamrocks, and we'll head to the semifinals next Saturday. We'll be back with our post-game comments when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Welcome back. Cougars knocking off the Shamrocks tonight 28-26. And the Sholo Cougar train horn has been going tonight, and they have been rolling like a train. Tonight, they got the offense to go with the running game. And once again, the final 28-26 over Yuma Catholic. And we've got some final scores for you from around 3A and 2A, and I think even some 1A scores. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Royce Kincannon in this scoring update. Royce?
That's right. We've got scores from Division 1, 2, and 3. Baghdad 60, Williams 6. Baghdad is the 1A state champions with an 11-0 season. In 2A action, it's the Round Valley Elks 45, Paradise Honors 0. Thatcher 52, Phoenix Christian 6. Benson 35, Pima 20. Santa Cruz 62, Scottsdale Christian 21. In 3A action, it's Sabino all over Winslow 48-0. Northwest Christian 31, Payson 13. American Leadership 38, Florence 21. And in your White Mountain game of the week, it's Sholo Cougars 28, Yuma Catholic 20. Back to you.
And that's a small correction there on that final. That's 28-26. Yuma Catholic falls to the Cougars tonight. The number 1 team in the state of Arizona for 3A continues to be the number 1 team. And we get a chance to see Coach Reisdorf talking to his troops.
When your back's to the wall, and that's what championship teams do. Love you guys. That's freaking awesome.
As we get a chance to hear some of the post-game comments of Coach Reisdorf, we're awaiting an interview with him, and we go now to our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics. And punt, it's always hard to choose these, but that's why we make you do them.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But, you know, there's one play that really stood out to me, Camden, and we, like you said, we did see several. But there was that running play by Chris Amoto. He just needed to get a first down, and it was a really critical first down for the Cougars. They were in Shamrock territory, and he ends up not only getting the first down, then busts it off for a 31-yard touchdown. And then Sholo, it's actually a combination of two plays. Then Sholo went for the 2 because they missed the field or the point after on their first down. Did the Cougars? They went for the 2, and as a result of that play, the Chris Amoto touchdown, and then following up with another run for the 2-point conversion. That became the first lead of the football game for the Sholo Cougars, and after scoring that touchdown, they never looked back. And to me, that was the pivotal play for a number of reasons, but just really stood out in my mind as the play of the game for the victorious Cougars tonight.
Yeah, we are getting a text from Greg Chavez about our scoreboard, about where our teams show up on the scoreboard. And Greg, you're right. Thanks a lot. We're doing the best we can, though. 28-26, the final, and our hats off. That is our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Time now for our glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass. Our Deemer's Glass shattering hit of the game. Reminding you at Deemer's Glass, it's the best place to buy glass on the mountain. If you have any need for glass for your home or your business, check out Deemer's Glass. They have affordable prices and great quality glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. They even do installs. That's 1-888-GLASSMAN. And there were a lot of glass shattering hits out there.
Very physical football game, especially in the trenches tonight. There's 2 that come to mind. You know, we saw the hit from Jamie Webb on the quarterback, James Stover, that blindside sack that was really powerful. But the one that I think was really impressive and just got a lot of oohs and ahs, certainly from the booth up here, was that combination tackle, Jamie Webb and Weston Kime going combo on Jalen Barnes on that running play. They just busted him up in the backfield. And just a major collision, and certainly a hit that stood out for the whole football game from my perspective.
That's our Deemer's Glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass, best place to get your glass. Quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, 1-888-GLASSMAN. Time now for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260. And our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game could be given to a number of players on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, just outstanding performance from so many, and it's really unfair, really, ultimately, when I mean, on the Sholo side, you know, the combination of Chris Amoto and Weston Kime in the backfield with their running tonight was just really impressive. And then defensively, both of those guys really stood out as well. Cody Irwin had a pretty good game tonight. Jamie Webb came up big on some big plays, and really the list goes on. But there's actually 2 players that I think are deserving. They stood out fabulously tonight in their performance. Rhett Reisdorf, you know, we saw him leave the pocket I don't know how many times tonight and just play really smart. He threw a couple interceptions, one of them not his fault. I think it bounced off a receiver, but he just played really smart football from that quarterback position. And then Dallin Tenney was just fabulous tonight defensively. The kid was just blowing things up on the defensive front, made some big plays tonight. And those 2, and Reisdorf, by the way, defensively, he had an interception tonight. always a real solid performer on the defensive side. But I think those two really stepped up and just had a really nice game tonight for the Show Low Cougars. So Rhett Reisdorf and Dallin Tenney certainly deserving of co-players of the game tonight.
We see the opening touchdown of the game there by Jalen Barnes. Good for the opening touchdown of the game. And then this is the return volley by the Show Low Cougars after an 86-yard drive. They get a 2-yard carry by Amoto here for the touchdown. And the point after try was no good on this, but our hats off to our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store players, co-players of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top Highway 260. And so we await an interview with Coach Reisdorf. Rhett Reisdorf here making the pass to Amoto and
Houston
able to slip 1, 2, but finally hanging on there was the Yuma Catholic player that time, Blake Sandoval. And we now have Coach Reisdorf down on the field with Keegan Bjorn, so we'll quit our replays here for a moment, go downstairs and check in with Keegan. Keegan?
Hey, thanks, Camden, here with Coach Reisdorf. Coach, I'm a little bit speechless after this game. So really, I'm just going to ask you what you have to say about your players tonight.
I'm just super, super proud. You know, this senior class is, they're pretty incredible. They're special kids, and I love them a lot, and they just battle. They're resilient, and it's not just the seniors, it's a whole program. Coaches and players and community just rallying to make things happen. And that was a scary game at times. We didn't play real great in the first half, and things weren't going our way, but they just answered back. And that's really their story, is just being resilient, and couldn't be more proud of them.
All right, Coach, and as you head further into the playoffs, perhaps an even bigger challenge next week with Sabino. How are you going to continue to keep your focus and prepare for them?
You know, I still don't think we've played our full potential game yet, and we have spurts of it on offense. We have spurts of it on defense. That last stand was awesome, and even on special teams, that return by Turner was awesome. And so we're doing great things, but we could be more consistent. And to win a championship against the caliber of teams that we're playing, you got to be more consistent than we're doing, because that game could have gone the other way very easily. That's a great opponent, and Sabino will be great, and whoever else we play in the championship will be great. But I like our chances.
All right. Hey, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck in the future.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Keegan, and thanks to Coach Reisdorf. And we'll await our co-players of the game here tonight as we get a chance to talk to them next on our Sunrise Park Resort post-game comments. And hopefully we'll have Keegan will get those guys together here for us in just a second. And so here's the field goal here that put Yuma Catholic up 17-6. A 25-yard attempt here. And Ramirez was probably good from about 50 yards. As he was able to punch that one through. And then here's I thought that was maybe the onside kick. Here's the return by Turner that set the Cougars up with a short field on the ensuing possession. But you're going to watch Turner just turn on the jets right here. He got a small opening, and then he just beats the cover team. Got a block there on the edge, and if it weren't for a touchdown saving tackle here coming from behind, Zeke Rios, the freshman of Yuma Catholic, saves a touchdown there, but a short field for the Cougars, and they're able to capitalize as the Cougars get a 35-yard pass from Reisdorf to Reedhead. Not on that play there. That's not exactly sure where that's at, but we have Keegan set with our players of the game down on the field. Let's go downstairs and check in with Keegan Bjorn once again. Keegan?
Camden, thanks. I'm here with Rhett Reisdorf, co-player of... Oh, and it looks like the camera died. I'm not sure what angle you want us at. I am so sorry. Okay, well, anyway, for those that can hear us, Rhett, as always, you have a good offensive game, but when you're pinned back on your own goal line, and it's fourth down, even the first down. What's going through your head, man?
Honestly, just resilience. Just I know this is one of the biggest times to step up. You try to get your defense pumped because as a corner, most likely they're not going to go your way. They're going to try to run it down the throat of your defense. So you just keep telling them, keep fighting, just be resilient. And frick, man, our guys handled them tonight. I'm so proud of our defense and offensive linemen, man. Our trenches definitely won us that game, I think.
Oh, for sure. And your dad mentioned something to me. Tell me if you agree. He says you guys haven't played your full potential game. A little bit of a rocky start. You know, everyone was probably a little scared at that. But once you guys put together a full game, so to speak, what do you think the potential is for this team?
Man, the potential I think is so high. Like you said, I mean, I think there was times tonight where we hit it, where you sparked. I think our first possession out of that first half was big, where we just ran over them and we scored a touchdown. And that was big. I think that was a spark where you see like our potential as our offensive line and as our running backs. I mean, how about Weston Keim tonight, right? Like,
for sure.
The guys healthy, and it's big. It's big. But yeah, I don't think we even played to our potential tonight. So I'm excited to see what's forward.
For sure, and you might not face anyone as athletic as Yuma Catholic. Athletes left and right, for sure. Great game. Like you said, resilience, Rhett. Can't wait to see you keep being resilient in the future no matter what the outcome, man. Good game tonight. We'll see you, bud.
All right, thanks, Keegan, and we'll let Keegan get set up our interview with Dallin Tenney. Next, our players of the game tonight, Rhett Reisdorf and Dallin Tenney. And you mentioned Dallin Tenney's play tonight. You know, it was just outstanding. Punt, just some terrific terrific tackles to keep the Shamrocks on that last drive out of the end zone. As we see why Rhett was nominated for player of the game right there, as he's able to evade the rush from a kid that's going to Division I football next season to play for Illinois. Callender, the defensive end, he got away from him and throws the 35-yard touchdown. Here's Chris Samoto on the next score for the Sholo Cougars, as Chris Samoto is able to go 31 yards on the ensuing play, and he's able to put the Cougars up at intermission for their first lead of the night, 21-17. Well, let's go downstairs again as we stop our replays here for a moment. Go downstairs one more time to Keegan Bjorn as he's got Dallin Tenney for us. Keegan?
Hey, thanks, Camden. Like you said, here with Dallin Tenney, co-player of the game. And Dallin, I got to tell you, when I came into the stadium, your guys' banners over there, I like that tradition you guys have. The word they have for you is stalwart. And, dude, I'll tell you what, I've seen that throughout the season watching you guys. I want to know, when you're backed up against your goal line, how you find the toughness and what you were thinking to make a stop 4 yards deep right up. They had some beef on that line, right? I want to know what was going through your head and how you got through there and made that play.
You know, I kind of got lucky. They kind of left me a little bit unblocked, but just got to be ready for those moments and those opportunities to get through the line, and just got to wrap up and tackle. And the only thing that was going through my head is just freaking fire off and get through your gap, and just trust that no matter what, that your backer's going to flow and that you can make plays and stop them short. And it was really awesome. It was quite a blessing to just be able to stop them there. And we ended up stopping them the next play too. So it was cool. We got the ball back, so it was good.
Yeah, for sure. You guys got a great stop there, but that play definitely led up to it. I can see the humility kind of here, guys. Dallin's just kind of shying away from the camera a little bit. No, but definitely Dallin Tenney here, stalwart. Stalwart is the word, and, well, for him especially. And grateful for Dallin. Great kid, always does his job. Probably the most consistent player, I think, in the state.
Thanks.
So, say it again.
I said thanks. It's awesome to play in a program like this with Coach Reisdorf and all my best friends and my brothers. We got wonderful staff and wonderful kids. We just got to keep going. And this one was for the community here. We had some trials here with Officer Reed passing away. And I just like to send our prayers and thoughts out to him and his family. And it was just for him, and it's for all the veterans out there in our community, and we're grateful for them.
Wow, that's awesome. Great win for everyone tonight, as Dallin said. Dallin, can't wait to see you guys in the future. Good luck.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Yep.
All right, Dallin Tenney, well-spoken kid there, and comes from great stock. We appreciate Keegan bringing both of those as we continue to bring you some of our post-game highlights. And we want to remind you that tonight's contest has been brought to you by the following. This play here was Rhett Reisdorf's interception that turned away the Shamrocks on that drive. And that, the Shamrocks are going to go back and watch this game film and think to themselves, man, we gave up a lot of opportunities. And here you see the Shamrocks are going to get whistled for a face mask call here as a moto got drugged down, and that set the Cougars up inside the 20, I believe, is where they got the next drive. And this was one of those plays.
Yeah, this is that combo hit of the game. Kyman.
Yeah, look at him. Just doing a great job defensively there, the Cougars. Tonight's contest brought to you in part by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Heber, and Show Low, the Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Subway, Deemer's Glass, the Indian Pine Restaurant at Honda, Octopus Car Wash, Black Diamond Auto Glass, and the Native Grill and Wings. And this is why Dallin Tenney was voted player of the game, the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store co-player of the game, Dallin Tenney, on that tackle for a loss right there with the backs against the wall. Dallin Tenney comes out and drops them for a loss. An excellent play there by Dallin Tenney. He said he got the benefit of not being blocked, but it looked like he blew through a block pretty well there. Rhett Reisdorf coming across and stopping the Shamrocks on the next play there. And just an outstanding play all the way around. This was late in the game, another incompletion there for the Shamrocks. And don't forget tonight's contest brought to you by our title sponsor, Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Best place to purchase your next vehicle. Need a car, truck, van, or SUV? You will not find a better place than the folks at Show Low Ford. Guy Hatch and his crew will take care of you on every day that you would like to go there. Doesn't matter. You can go there anytime, and they are going to have the best deal for you. In fact, they guarantee it. Go to Show Low Ford the next time you're in the market for a car, truck, van, or SUV. That's Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Shamrocks get a touchdown on this play here, and we also want to thank our White Mountain Youth production crew, Isaiah Miller on audio, and we know our executive producers tonight, director Stephanie Fragoso, Mel West, and Jerry Butler. Back in the studio was Ashley Harley, and I'm not sure if we have, I think Royce is done with scoring updates for tonight, but we want to say thank you to Royce Kincannon giving us scoring updates for all the divisions tonight. And just a terrific hats off to everybody on the entire crew. We don't have a list of all the camera operators or the students tonight, but we want to say thank you to them and White Mountain Youth Productions for bringing the sights and sounds of tonight's contest. Once again, you can watch this game in the coming weeks. You can watch it tonight if you want to at iTalk1067.com. That's ITALK 1067.com. And then coming up next Monday and next Friday, you're going to get a chance to watch this game on Show Low Channel 56. You can watch it on Show Low TV Channel 56 as we saw Weston Kime on a big run there. And then this is Chris Emoto on the first down here, first down carry to seal the deal for the Show Low Cougars. That was the final play there to ensure the win here tonight as they come away with the victory 28-26. Punt, your final thoughts and comments.
Well, you know, we expected a great football game between two great programs, and they certainly delivered in full form there. We heard Coach Reisdorf talk about how they got off to a slow start, the Cougars, and maybe not playing as consistent as he would like. But I got to tell you, after watching them battle through, especially on the defensive side, where they just did a great job deep in their own territory, denying those touchdowns or potential touchdowns, at least from the Shamrocks, that speaks volumes about the grit and the guts of this Show Low team. And yeah, I mean, if they can gain some consistency, the consistency that Coach Reisdorf is looking for, they have a pretty strong path ahead of them, I think.
Absolutely. And you mentioned Sabino. Sabino, it not necessarily noted, I'm not sure that they're going to be any tougher than what they faced against Yuma Catholic tonight. They get them in the semifinals next week. It'll be at Williamsfield High School. That game is scheduled to kick off at 6:30. We'll have the coverage for you starting at 6:20 tomorrow on the radio, next Saturday on the radio, and that one is going to be streamed live on NFHS, on the NFHS network, and therefore we do not have television rights or streaming rights to that game. We're going to, of course, appeal that, but most likely the AIA will not allow us to stream that. Hopefully we'll get them to overturn it and have it for you on iTalk, but we will have it on the radio here at iTalk 106.7 FM. As we see a great shot of some of our crew there. Also, if we understand correctly, Northwest Christian will advance to play, I believe, American Leadership was the winner of that Florence American Leadership game, and they will play at 2 p.m. at Williams Field. So 2 great games for the 3A conference. In the 2A conference, Round Valley is going to move on to play Benson in that semifinal game at Fountain Hills next Saturday. They get the 6:30 game as well. And so those 2 games will be going on at the same time. We'll bring you live scoring updates from that game as we get a chance to continue championship football here on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com. I want to say thank you to Mike Colwell, our spotter and statistician. On our sound effects tonight, it was Braden and Dylan Smith, and our on-site producer is Daniel Perkins. And I believe I've mentioned everybody that I can think of. Ashley Harley, our in-studio producer, and we mentioned Royce Kincannon, our scoring update guy back in the studio. That'll wrap things up for us as we say goodnight tonight from Show Low High School. For Punt Cooley, I'm Camden Smith. Once again, the final, the Cougars win it tonight 28-26 over the Shamrocks of Yuma Catholic High School. Until next week, we say so long, everybody.
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football.